Hey, this is Ross Baby, role-playing public creator. We're playing Cairn, the book of funny animal people who are trying to be harmonious in a post-apocalyptic pastoral paradise universe. All the humans are dead, but there's talking animal. Yeah, talking animal people. Anyway, Sean is running it. So, what is this called?
Hey, and this game is called the Dread Acre Wood. Yeah. Sound familiar?
It's not happening.
Here's
what
the
should I use for the art for this?
Here's the setup. Farmers in Cairn have noticed that the Appians, also known as bees,
bees?
The bees!
They have noticed that the Appians that frequented their fields in growing seasons past have disappeared.
Someone has a cell phone.
As the crops begin to flower, the situation is turning grim. If the plants are not pollinated soon, there will be no harvest by Marma's Day. If there are no crops to harvest, the citizens of Cairn risk starvation. Or worse, a reversion to their pre-awakened hungers and ways. People could start eating people.
Yeah.
Jamestown. Rumors in town are circulating that the Bright Ones have abandoned Cairn. Citizens speak of strange happenings and shadowy creatures stalking the forests around the city. Some suggest that a dire might be behind the disappearance of the Appians. The mayor, responding to the community's fears, has called on a team of heroes to find the bees and return them to their important work.
Kill the bees.
The bees awakened.
not the bees.
What?
The bees are not awakened. They're just normal bees, right?
I'm actually going to say that these Appians are.
Oh.
So
I'm inventing a sub-race of awakened animals.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are you certain they didn't suffer colony collapse?
RPPR and bee queens.
No, don't bring that up.
They're an autonomous collective. There is no monarch.
Help, I'm being oppressed.
Yep. So, your objective...
Syndicalist.
Narco-syndicalist.
Yes.
Here's your objective. Find the Appians and return them to Cairn for a honey of a prize.
Oh.
Yeah. Be aware, however, that your quest to restore harmony in the fields may necessitate the use of forbidden arts and discordant ways.
Yep.
Weird.
So, where are you going to go first? I'm guessing talk to
We
the
should
mayor.
introduce our characters first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll go since I suggested it.
Yeah. Ross, fire away.
I am Mordecai Quickwind. I am a bat, priest / rogue, because this lets you pick two professions. And as a bat, I can fly. And because of my super ears, I'm a notorious gossip. I can actually ask you one question a day, and you have to tell me what the gossip about it is.
Wait, the narrator has to tell you?
Yes.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
This will be fun. Thank you, Ross.
But I am because I am a bat and a creature of the night. I'm shadowed. I'm more likely to become discordant. I get more harmony penalties for things. But I'm also sharper. And as a priest, I know the way. I can actually figure out who's dire and who's not. And I have a mantra that we can all chant to give us a bonus to resist disharmony when we go into it in a natural layer.
Did you realize I'm going to make you all chant the mantra?
That will be awesome.
Take the stacks. Take the stacks.
I was going to think fear is the mind killer, but maybe that. So yeah, I have a bow and 3 spells.
Kill the pig, drink its blood. Oh wait, that was wrong.
No, that's the opposite of what we should be chanting.
Also, farm animals are incredibly rare in this RPG. Most of them died off. So that's the way the system works. Anyway.
Well, clearly the psychology favors smaller creatures, so
There was a farm, but nobody talks about it.
Sure, it favors smaller creatures.
Well, we're all smaller
for
creatures.
the society, maybe.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh, hey. Theron, I'm playing, yes, and I'm sorry about all of this, Percival Platinum Heart, the Platypus Paladin Specialist.
Who is also shadowed, because platypi are weird and not common, ergo, they don't live in harmony with most of society, because society is racist according to this RPG.
Well,
so
how did he get all the way here, wherever here is, from Australia?
I don't know. I'd like to know how the hell the meerkat got here too, but
there used to be a zoo.
Was it cute?
It was a mission given to me through the Dreamtime by my god New Zealandus.
Anyways, so there's that.
I almost want to give you a harmony penalty for that. Okay, moving on. And
I'm Fern Fiddlehead, a hedgehog who's a scholar/scout with a specialty in biology.
that sort of makes sense.
Yep.
Basically, you're a field ecologist.
All right, I am playing Harold, the armadillo barbarian druid. Because I am a barbarian druid, as a class feature, I eschew the need for last names. Armadillo, barbarian druid. You see where this is going.
Anyway.
This is Melissa, and I am playing Cecil Soft Earth. I am a gecko who is also a healer and a minstrel. And if you're not careful, I will take out my mandolin and force you to listen to my songs.
Very nice.
Yes.
Every scholar rendering ever.
She's just trying to min-max harmony benefits. Yeah, clearly.
Yes,
Because you
clearly.
gain harmony for dinner parties
Yep.
and entertaining.
Yeah,
people.
sit down, listen to my songs.
Exactly.
It's true.
Here's my
Okay,
mixtape.
Yeah. Set
so
them on fire.
do y'all want to talk to the mayor first, and figure out what might be a best course of action, or what do you want to do? Mayor Cheesyworth.
Yeah.
We're the farmers. Is there like a prominent farmer?
There is actually a prominent farmer. He is a scholar of agronomy, a lost and forbidden art, but he is the most
Is it really forbidden?
sort of
Okay.
everything that humans once did apparently is taboo.
Yeah.
Some
So,
of us
Like
are
wearing clothes.
So, breathing,
Anna and I are not
humans
buying it.
once breathed is respiration.
it's a very strict religion.
I guess.
There's a lot of cognitive dissonance going around.
So,
I feel like that would,
if
take
you
away
want to
from
talk
harmony.
to the prominent farmer who's the most gifted
Yeah.
in this area, you could talk to Buck Tidy Scrunched Britches III.
Buck. We'll just call him Buck.
He's actually
Or
in
Scrunch
Mayor
Britches.
Cheesyworth's office right now.
Oh, that's
His
handy.
office?
Thank you for
Mayor
that.
Cheesyworth's office.
Let's go see Cheesy Worth and
Yeah.
Scrunch Bridges.
No, we should get the briefing.
What species are they, respectively?
So Cheesyworth is a mouse,
Really?
and Buck Tidy Scrunch Britches III is a rabbit.
Huh.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. So, you enter the office. It's a small room. You see that Buck is yelling at the mayor, sort of screaming and pounding his little rabbit fist on the desk in a fit of rage, saying, "We have to get the bees back. We have to get them back now. You don't understand, man."
It's like the scientist in every disaster movie before the disaster hits.
Exactly.
All right. Nice.
Rise and go, Mr.
What is the mayor saying? Or
Sanders.
is he just kind
The
of...
mayor's just nodding and smiling. The way most politicians respond to experts is sort of try and placate them with platitudes.
Yeah.
I'll put my best men on it. As a matter of fact,
Speaking of your
speak of the
best men.
devil, here are my best men now. What are your names again?
I resent the implications of the word men.
That's right. It's against the religion, sir. You should know better.
Oh, right. My best critters.
Yeah.
People.
Creatures.
What people? Probably what's favored us. I mean, what qualifies people?
People for
Yeah.
definitions of sentient creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fellows.
Anyways.
So, remind me of your names again, my most trusted associates.
I am Mordecai. I'm priest of the Bright Ones.
Cecil, sir.
Mordecai what?
Mordecai. I am
No, Mordecai what?
Quickwind.
There we go.
All right.
Fart joke.
Yes.
Cecil Softer, sir.
All right. Harold.
Just
Fern
Harold.
Fiddlehead.
We do it all. And,
First
like,
platinum heart.
Buck looks on with a little bit of skepticism, especially eyeing the platypus. Like, I don't think so. How can these be your best men? We need all of the rabbits on this. Clearly, we're the most superior at growing the crops.
Well, growing
the best job.
Finding.
Take out a little book, write down the farmer's name.
You have a book of grudges.
Yeah.
You're a
You
terrible.
also
child.
notice
They
that
take grudge. They take grudges seriously.
Buck is sort of like meticulously rearranging the papers on the mayor's desk into neat little piles.
OCD bunny.
OCD bunny.
Yeah.
OCD. Very OCD.
So when did the bees first disappear? Like how long have they been gone?
Who are you asking?
Buck.
They've been gone about a month.
Okay.
So we've already missed the opportunity for the first round of planting for the blooms to be fertilized. But we still have hope for the next round because we do this on a cycle with a rhythm to make sure that everything goes the way it should for our stores.
At this point, the rabbit explains crop rotation to us.
When is that?
Very
next
arrogantly. So
when is that next deadline? How long do we have?
I would say that you have a minimum of
A minimum?
of 5 days, a max of 10.
Okay. Did anything on the first day that you noticed them gone? Did you notice anything unusual happening? Were there any things the night before?
There was a strange smell in the air that I can't quite put my paw on.
Did it? Was it a bitter smell?
A smoky smell?
No, it was sort of a sweet smell.
Animals?
Like honey?
Land?
No, not like honey.
Okay.
No, not like honey at all.
Unlike anything you've ever smelled before.
But sweet.
Larger or smaller than a bread box?
Is the
Sorry, we
smell
were covering
still
all the
present?
others.
Okay.
What?
Is the smell still present in the area?
I can smell it. Cheesyworth can't tell, but that's because his nose was always stuffed into a block of Munster.
Oh. Would you be able to take us to this area where the bees hang out?
No, I have to stay here with the crops.
Do you have
Oh, the
anybody?
bees live separately from...
Of course they do. They have their own society. We would not dream of intruding and invading upon their...
Then how did you know what the smell was? Like, if you couldn't go and invade their...
Because they're supposed
It's
to.
everywhere.
Oh.
It's ubiquitous.
Well, in that case, I should probably be smelling it.
Yeah, we're probably all smelling it right now, right?
My, you know.
Well, I thought it was just like
smell.
he was talking about. Is the smell just in the fields where the bees were supposed
It's
to be?
everywhere.
Okay, so we all know the smell.
It's this. What did you guys think this was? You thought this was normal?
Okay.
Can I make a test roll
Yeah.
to see if I recall what the smell is?
or what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can,
Go ahead. Roll.
Okay.
What about me?
Perception.
I
Both
do.
of you.
Can I do one as well since I have enhanced?
All of you can roll perception.
Can I roll herbalism
Do
to
I
see if
want
it has any
ability
plant
roll?
origin?
You may, but that will be a legendary difficulty.
Well, I won't do that then.
So,
I got 10 or 11, so my sharper comes.
That is 10.
4.
I have to.
I got a 9.
I got a 11.
11. You have an inkling what this might be, but you're not 100% sure. Everybody else, you have no frickin' idea.
Okay.
What's his inkling?
Yes,
What do your bat
I will
nostrils
share my
smell?
inkling. Yes.
Your inkling is it might be plant-based, but you're not sure.
Okay.
It seems to be mixed with something else, and you can't put your claw on which plant it's coming from.
Could I track it? Like follow?
No, because it's everywhere.
Okay.
So you can't track the origin because it's everywhere.
Okay.
Is this a game about pesticides?
When was the?
No, we are not doing David the Gnome.
Okay.
I was about to say sounds free.
Did,
Wow.
damn. Did the bees come in on a regular basis to make deliveries?
Oh,
Deliveries? What do you mean? Their
They
job
went
is
to
to
the-
pollinate the plants.
Well, did they come into town?
I know
for
that we're
anything?
not as advanced as the Titans were with science, but I would hope that your little cub hole education would have created an inkling of notions of what pollination was. Buck is a very arrogant agronomist.
Yeah, it's
So-
odd.
Evidently.
So you're writing
In the
grudges, yes.
You now have a star next to your name in the grudge book.
2 stars mean something bad.
Has anything else happened to give you any idea of where the bees went?
Look, if you want more answers, it might be helpful to track down some of the older members of this godforsaken town.
Can we have names, please?
Folks that used to be my friends, but we sort of had a falling out.
Can't
Not,
imagine that.
not long after the maelstrom, it was not my fault. It
Of
was
course
that
it wasn't.
bastard's fault.
Which one? Which
Yeah,
bastard
would you
is
like
that?
to establish
You'll
your-
find out from talking to the others, trust me. They'll all tell you about it. It's not worth my time.
Oh, so it's worth your time
gonna
to bring him up, but not to tell us who
I don't
it
like
potentially
mentioning
is.
his name.
But you love mentioning him. Just saying.
Oh, Bucky.
Fine. You could go talk to Old Ben, as the kids call him. He's across the river.
Is Old Ben... What kind of creature is Old Ben?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I agree. I think it
I'm
is a good
not
question.
sure.
Okay.
He is the weirdest amalgam of parts that I have ever seen in my entire life.
Submitted for your consideration. Personal.
Weird.
That's a whole
Percy?
different batch of weird.
All right.
Isn't it just?
That's unique,
Yeah.
is what it is.
I'm not even sure if that's a duck.
We were
or a
blessed by the
beaver,
dream,
or
the golden ones in the dream time.
bright ones, but yeah.
Bright ones, sorry.
Buck just
Okay.
scowls at you,
What kind,
clicking his
The
teeth.
bright ones work in mysterious ways.
what kind of bad things would happen if we went?
Buck is not especially religious.
It's really bad for your harmony, man. I can feel you.
Buck doesn't care. I get my job done. I'm on the threshold of Discord. It's fine.
It's actually not 5.
They put up with it.
Well,
But-
you should talk.
All right.
It
Well,
was really good.
If you want to talk
I'll
to
leave you-
old Ben,
yeah.
Yeah.
look for the sign across the river that points to residence Benjamin E. Yore.
your
For the listeners at home, Bill gave me the finger.
Yeah. I'm going to turn to the mayor. Is there anything else you can tell us about this?
What?
Okay.
It's not my job to keep these things in line. That's why I have these experts to consult me, including you, wonderful
Blah blah blah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Is that?
Yes.
Well,
Gentle
I don't know
creatures.
about you. Points at the platypus.
The males have poison talons.
Yeah, I don't want to
You
know.
know, given how you said the males, that would
Are you
imply
one?
that you're not part of that class, which makes Percival a really interesting choice for a name.
You can come over here and find out.
no thanks.
Thanks.
Is that an
This
invitation
Game
or
just
a
got
threat?
very weird.
Yeah.
the smell is enough of a deterrent.
All I can tell you is that old Ben, who he's telling you about, is even more sort of.
Excuse me, venomous talons.
Cranky?
Yeah, cranky's a good word.
Why is everyone
than
cranky
fuck.
in this town?
Because the bees are gone.
Maybe we need to have a
clearly.
festival for the
It's the
Listen to
older
myself.
residents mostly. With age comes curmudgeonry. We're not sure.
Speaking of which, Buck, you said.
No, this is the mayor talking
yeah,
now,
I'm
but Buck.
changing.
Okay.
Is Old Ben the only of the elder members of the community you feel like we would profit from talking to?
He's the one that lives the closest. And he would know where everybody else lives. Everybody else went to the Four Winds. I
Alright.
don't know where they
Oh
Everybody
wait,
else.
all the people in the town are gone?
No.
No.
Oh.
The
the
old
old
gang.
ones.
The old farming gang who.
No, not
The
farming
elders?
gang. It's
Okay.
just
The old gang.
friends, colleagues.
This is a get the band back together scenario. I'm sure.
All right.
Cue montage.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
So,
Such as it was.
here's,
It's fine.
Bump, I don't know.
It's the tag.
here is a map.
Something.
Yeah.
So, you all were here
Yeah.
in Cairn. Old Ben lives across the river at the number one.
Woods.
At the number one, that's where his house is.
So,
Let's go to the number one.
it's a dilapidated old building. Looks kind of ramshackle.
Today.
Who's going to be approaching first?
I
Not
will.
the plaid.
I'm big.
Hey, you kids, get off! Oh wait, you're not a kid.
Not
True.
the last time I checked.
What are you?
What are you?
Actually, what does he
Nice
look
to
like,
meet
by the
you,
way?
sir.
So,
Okay, so he's very large. He's gray. He has rabbit-like ears. He's missing his tail, and he doesn't seem to have fingers.
I call them
Just two
fingers,
clumps at
but
the
I've
end
never
of
really
each
seen
limb.
them thing.
So he's
look
a
hard.
hare.
So he has hooves.
This guy gets a prize. He has hooves.
Huh.
You guys haven't seen anybody with hooves in a very long
So there are
time.
deer in this universe?
No. But-
Is it? But is he standing on all fours?
Yes, but most of the time he sits on his rear end.
Okay, so he's a
Very
donkey.
stubbornly. Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
Eeyore is a donkey. Let's all be surprised by this.
So,
nobody comes.
what the hell are you guys doing here? It's not worth a damn anyway. Everything's going to hell.
Exactly.
Well,
We agree.
sir, we're actually investigating the disappearance of the.
Look, we're trying to
Which
make
is
a
also known
rabbit
as
shut
bees.
up.
Oh, Tidy Scrunch
Yeah.
Britches?
Yes.
What a fitting last name for that jerk.
Isn't it just?
what is he going on and on and on and on and on and on about now?
He's going on and on and on and on and on.
The Appians?
Yes,
Yes,
the Appians.
Oh, good. They're irritating with all that buzzing and humming.
Yes,
and
but they're really useful because of the whole not starving thing.
And they do provide a vital function to nature.
Well, and to us.
I guess
Yes.
that's true, but why bother?
I like to eat.
We like to
People
live.
like to eat.
We're all going to die anyway.
Well,
Maybe we'd like to do that later rather than sooner. And the bees help with that.
Well, I don't know much about bees, but they're the ones that make honey, right?
yes.
Yes.
Well, not long after the Maelstrom, our group of friends, if you could still call it that, had a bit of a falling out. When the Titans disappeared, the fat one, we call him the Glutton now, kind of went on a binge, and we all just sort of broke up the group. So Lottie, Buck, Flibbity Pidge, Bubo, Stalker, Winchester, we just all split up.
Damn it.
Bill's
Clinger.
face party.
Max.
But once the Titans were gone and the Glutton lost his friend, everything sort of went to hell.
His friend.
The Titans were gone.
He was friends with a Titan?
Yeah, we all were. A little one. The tiny one.
I thought we
wasn't so
weren't
bad.
even awakened until after the Titans went away.
We were.
You were?
We are the oldest awakened ones. Didn't the mayor tell you that?
The mayor didn't tell us.
He said you were old. He didn't say you were awakened before the Maelstrom.
Ah, that's because he's stupid.
Pretty much.
So, we're the only ones that have cognizant memories of the time before the Maelstrom. We awakened before everyone else. Why? We don't know. But we were cognizant of everything around us first. And we've been trying to help everybody else get on track, but let's face it, it's a bit of a depressing job. They're all naive and stupid. So, but we do what we do. Some of us keep doing it, like Buck, Lottie, Flibbity Pidge if you can find him. Booba and Stalker I haven't seen in years, and Winchester just lost his way in life completely. But if you're looking for somebody who's probably hoarding honey, it's him. But I have no idea where he is. He disappeared before the rest of us. The band broke up a little bit at a time. Buck, Lottie, and I are the only ones that live close to town.
Where does Lottie live?
Lottie lives across the other river.
At number 2.
Actually, she lives on the river. To be precise, she likes to swim in the river a lot. She's an otter.
Lottie the otter.
Well, Lottie.
But if you need healing, she's the best in the biz.
Good to know.
She may give you a stern lecture about not doing the stupid thing that led to you getting hurt first.
Oh, we're good at
But-
stern lectures.
Yeah. I mean, you've been through Buck, now you're dealing with me.
Oh, that's very insightful
But-
of you.
There are two things that might help you as things go. As far as who might be responsible for the disappearance of the bees, it might be the Glutton, if he's hoarding honey again and wants it all to himself. Or there are rumors that one Titan survived the Maelstrom. So, some stories say that he or she is benevolent, others say that he or she is evil. I'm not sure which ones are true, but it might be that the last Titan is responsible if one of them bastards did survive.
Would it be a Titan you know? Or-
If it is, we'd be in luck,
Yeah.
because the only one I knew was quite friendly, probably because he was young.
Would he possibly
have to
not
be
be
very-
changed by the Maelstrom, though?
No idea.
Well, I mean, he would have to have been quite young at the time if he's lived all this time. I mean, I don't know how long Titans live, but they couldn't live. Yeah.
Well-
if he was old, but with the Maelstrom, I mean, again.
Us older ones are exceptionally long-lived, so it's been about 15 years since the Maelstrom, which for everybody else here is like an eternity. For me, whatever. But, yeah, he'd be much older now if that's the one. But if it's not, you guys are in for a world of hurt because the bigger ones were not exactly friendly.
It's okay. I have leprosy.
You're just going to infect them with leprosy.
Yeah.
Are you a 3-banded armadillo?
It's not actually on the character sheet. It seemed like fun.
Buck noticed that the that strange sweet smell that that's in the air only happened after the bees, just after the Athenians disappeared. Do you know anything? Can you recognize that scent? Do you know what we're talking about?
My nose isn't that good. Besides, everything around here smells like shit. So
Okay.
sewage is not too great. We're still working on teaching them that.
Okay.
Nobody comes to consult me for anything. They all rely on that blasted rabbit.
That is a shame. You seem to have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom.
No flattery.
Well,
You're a kiss up, aren't you?
well, you seem to would be an improvement over Buck.
It's a real high bar.
Yeah.
He's more of an optimist than I am.
Oh, well.
He actually thinks he can make a difference and change things for the better, by which he means tidier.
Well.
But if you guys want to try, more power to you. But I would suggest maybe stopping by Lottie's on your way out.
Okay.
To go across the river. She might know where some of the old gang is. I know Flibbity Pidge. Every now and then I see him. He stops by.
Oh, dear.
But he mostly keeps to the woods. Only comes out when he needs supplies.
So Piglet is now a survivalist. This is going to go great.
But he and I get along better than the others anymore. Lottie's not bad. Buck's an ass.
No,
Ubo
he's
was
a rabbit.
What?
He's a rabbit. You're an
Yeah.
ass. You really want to dislike that, but you actually like it, don't you?
I do. I want to be angry, but that's actually a good one. It's out of character, but whatever.
No, in character.
No,
He wants to be
that's-
angry, but he can't.
There might be hope for you.
Oh, great. That's really all I want is hope from you.
Praise from Caesar.
That's a different movie. No.
Fair enough. So we'll head on to Lottie's.
Lottie the otter.
All right. So you're making your way. It's a
Downtown.
bit of a distance. You've already crossed most of a meadow, but you're getting to the end of it, and in the meadow you see a large jar just sitting there. It's almost tipped over. It's surrounded by bits of fur, but the jar is just sitting there.
Is it
I
like
inspect it for honey.
clay jar or?
Yeah, it's a very large clay jar.
Lots of the Titans.
What's
the jar
the fur look
We
like?
make clay jars.
What's the what?
What's the fur look
No.
like? Oh, what's the fur look like?
You can give me a perception roll.
Okay. So, just for looking at it or smelling it to see if it.
You can do whatever you want.
I'll
to do
smell
with
to
the
see
fur.
what. Yeah, smell to see what kind of species it reminds me of.
What does it smell like, Space Ghost?
Yep. So 6.
Okay, with that, being from Australia, you recognize this as. Wait, kangaroo fur? Oh, and a little bit of blood? What is.
you
Oh. This is bad. It was bad.
Somebody didn't survive this.
But you can tell that the blood has been dried for months.
Who wants to look in the jar? I'm
And
not.
the jar has been here much less than that amount of time.
Oh, good.
So-
I guess.
So
I'll look in the jar and see if I can tell what was in it.
Is the jar a jar?
The jar is slightly ajar,
I'm gonna come over to
so
the
you
table
can
at
lift
you.
the lid.
Alright, I'll lift the lid.
You see a syrupy yellow substance inside.
Honey.
Yes,
Touch
it is honey.
it. I lick it.
You lick it?
No.
Yes, you lick it. Thank you, Melissa. I thought it was going to be Aaron who did that.
He was
But-
sniffing fur.
Okay, so you notice that the jar has H period, U period, N period, N period, Y period on the side.
Honey.
So it's an acronym. For those of you who are smart enough creatures to know what an acronym is, go ahead and make a fortitude roll.
Do I add anything to it?
Nope.
Unless you had healthier.
11.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Really?
11's pretty good.
At 11? Wow.
It's 12.
Wow.
If you fail,
Elder
you succumb to a maddened craving for the honey, and
I must have the honey.
you keep eating the sweet nectar.
Someone rescue me from myself.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm small.
Frying the slurm factory.
Yeah.
So who's going to try and
Yeah.
rescue her?
At the
I
sound
want
of
to
the
throw my body
gluttony.
over the honey and wrap around it so my spikes are.
Wait, you'd have to push her out of the way to do that because she is currently.
Isn't
Wrong,
she a
no,
gecko?
no.
I'm
So
a gecko,
just
so I'm
move
like inside.
Okay.
The, yeah.
Give me another roll.
Okay.
This is willpower.
4.
You fail. You attack the good-natured interloper.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So you take 1 hit point of damage. You take -2 harmony
Aw.
So where do I remember
because
that?
you attacked
So
your
your
friend.
harmony goes down to 11.
But when she attacked her friend, did she dislodge herself from the honey
No,
jar?
it was like
Okay.
swiping. So she has her head in the jar and like the tail. She whipped with her tail because she's a gecko. She swatted the hedgehog in the face with her tail.
I'm going to
Someone with
just
scaly
silently
hands.
wander up, grab her by the feet, and yank.
Feet or tail?
By the feet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
I've
get-
met this gecko before.
I'm good. And while he's doing
Okay.
that, I'm going to get the lid to basically make sure I can put it on top.
Roll again.
Make 2 rolls.
1,
You attack, 1 hit point to you, -2.
4.
So
1 hit point to you, -2.
So as long as she continues to attack us, we can't do anything to her?
Right. But she will walk with you with the honey as long as you don't take it away from her.
Well, eventually the honey's going to run out. There can't be very much in here.
Right. All of a sudden, a boar comes charging through the woods, screaming, "Stop, you stupid morons! We need to get her to Lottie."
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
fine.
So, anybody want to ask who the
Platypus?
boar is?
No, fuck it. Grab the jar, let's go.
Yeah, throw
No,
me in the jar.
just have her follow you. Trust me. Don't touch the jar. That was her mistake.
So, okay, out of character, you just told us we need the honey to get her to follow us. But if you
No,
touch the
I
honey,
didn't say that you needed the honey to get her to follow you. She will follow you, she just won't detach from
So
the
she
jar.
has free will
So we
still,
can't
but
touch the
she's
jar.
supposed to keep-
As
She'll
long as
only
she's
go
fulfilling
with
her
the
addiction,
jar.
she can still do stuff.
Or we can pick
We
up
can't
the jar
touch the
and carry
honey
it.
safely.
You can't
So-
take it away from her.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll
Why are
attack.
you making this more complicated than it is?
Because how are we supposed to get her to move?
I'll
if-
follow you if you
She'll
walk
follow
away.
you, she just won't detach from the jar.
So we
She
can
can carry
take
the
okay
jar.
with that.
So we were going to carry the jar because she said she will follow us, but not without the jar. That's
Right.
what not detaching would mean. But you had your NPC yell at us when we went to move the jar that she won't go
Because
without.
she'll attack you if you touch the jar. She thinks you're going to take it away.
Okay, so her character's gone.
No, she
No,
can
I
carry the
would
jar with
follow.
her.
She will carry the jar with her.
She can do that.
The jar that was
Everybody
bigger
else
than
is
any
getting it,
one of
Bill.
us.
Yeah.
Everybody else is
But
getting
she's-
The
it.
jar
still
that you
cognizant,
described
but-
as being bigger than any one of us.
I did not describe it as bigger than any one of you.
I-
When did I say that?
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah,
Nobody heard me say that, but apparently you.
yeah.
So I pick it up by the edges and continue to have my head in it.
Yes,
And
you are
follow
still
along.
feasting on honey.
Right.
Go.
Yes, peeking
Yeah,
under the edge
like
to
that.
know where to go.
And we're following.
I said it was a big clay jar, not that it was bigger than any of
Yeah.
you. You're interpreting it strangely.
Anyways.
I think it's imagining it as a human-sized jar.
No.
Animal-sized.
No.
Okay.
It's an animal-sized jar.
Yeah.
I can carry it. And the honey is evidently giving me super strength.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that.
That's a theory.
It's giving you crazed strength.
Yeah.
So the boar, who has an eye patch, says, "Follow me, you fools."
All right.
And so he takes you to a small cabin by the road. This is Lottie's place. She should be able to witch up. Witch up. Actually, that works. Witch up a remedy for this.
For her addiction?
Yes. The honey.
A cure.
So,
Yes.
so I take it you've seen this happen before?
Yep.
Did that happen to the kangaroo?
What kangaroo? What's a kangaroo?
Kind of tallish, has a pouch, 2 big legs, hops around. Usually from where I'm from, Australia. I wouldn't know that
What's
name. A platypus. A platypus.
Weird.
I know I look weird. Ooh, a river.
Why is he still talking?
He's not. He's in the river now.
But he scented a raccoon or a kangaroo near the
That's what the
jar.
fur around it was.
And the blood.
Oh, that's not related to the jar. That happened months ago.
What happened? Some top bobbing from the river.
An old friend ripped up another old friend.
Who did the ripping?
Stalker.
Who's Stalker?
Orange.
STLK-er.
Yeah.
But he's a
Black and orange
I thought
stripes.
tigers weren't allowed here anymore.
Not allowed in society because they have a tendency now to rip people up.
Weird.
So he shredded Kanga.
So, meanwhile, while our friend continues to gorge herself on the drug, we're all standing around talking about who murdered who.
Oh, I thought she was
Right.
fixing it as we were talking.
We haven't.
You haven't met
Yeah,
Lottie
talk
yet.
to
You
Lottie.
didn't
Oh,
go
I
into the
think that's-
house.
Oh, I thought that's who we were talking to.
No,
Okay.
we were still talking to Flibbity Pidge,
Oh, I thought we were talking to Lottie.
Oh,
the boar.
who also hasn't introduced himself, so we wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Because we were debating the size of the jar.
Right. So we are still on our way to Lottie, as we were talking about.
No, you're at her door. You can knock now.
Yeah, knock.
Hello? Can I help you?
Honey addiction case?
Good job, Ross.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that one in a while.
We heard this was Honey Anonymous.
Yes. Well, we found it nearby. One of our friends tried it. And
Wait, let me get this straight. You found a pot of an unknown substance, and your decision was to lick it?
No, not our decision, her decision.
yeah.
I'm talking to her. Thank
Yeah.
you very
Can I
much.
talk?
Can she talk to herself?
Probably
Can I
not.
talk?
She's done nothing but hit everyone who tried to
Yeah.
interact with her for the last 5 minutes. So if you really want to get switched in the face, go ahead with the lecture. Otherwise, maybe we solve the problem, then you berate us.
I'll tell you about it once I'm cured.
Okay, so here's what I need. I need a drop of her blood.
Uh-oh.
How are we
So-
supposed to do that?
I'll do it.
That's a good idea.
I suggest since she's a gecko, we touch her tail.
Well, that would work.
Anybody want to give that a good yank?
Done.
It comes right off.
You have my tail.
And my axe.
You don't really care
My bow. Wait.
because
I just
We'll
want to
grow
go
back in a
long.
week.
Yeah.
yeah, and you're devouring honey
Right.
like crazy.
No problem.
So
School.
that happens. Lottie takes a little bit of blood from the detached tail, takes a jar or two from her cupboard, mixes it up in the cauldron, and then says, "All right, who wants to pour it on her head?"
On my head?
How about you do that, Lottie?
Fine. So she walks over and she sort of smashes the vial on your head.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
snap out of it, you drop the pot, it
Oh.
breaks on the ground.
Oh my goodness. What happened? I feel strange.
Poisonous or enchanted magical badness.
I was having the most wonderful dream.
Really?
What was
Of
happening? Of swimming in a lake of gold.
what? Nice.
The Thorin special. We hear about it all the time.
We were actually on our way to talk to you anyway, Lottie.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
This
but
is Lottie?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Well,
Lottie.
she's the only otter here.
Yes.
Okay. But not of it.
Are you glad to see us?
Actually, you've
so what? We're here because we're looking for the missing Aphians. They disappeared.
Oh,
Yes.
They skipped town?
Well, yes, and we kind of need them for the whole, crops and not starving to death.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yes, exactly. That's what I said to Ben, but he was.
Oh, Ben?
Yeah.
You talked to Ben?
Yeah, he did tell us where you were. So that
He
was,
seems
Yeah.
cranky.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you need to know?
Where they are? That would be nice.
Oh, I don't know where the bees are. I didn't even know they were missing.
Have you noticed the sweet smell that's been
Yeah, that's been around
for about a month?
about a month. Yeah.
That,
Is it
that
familiar to
appeared
you, or?
after they disappeared. So we think maybe they're connected. I think it's kind of a plant kind of smell. I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely some plant in there.
Yeah.
Not sure what. It's mixed with a bunch of other things.
So we're thinking it's connected. Maybe something that's luring them away. Like this honey could be, obviously has deleterious effects on a normal person.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
By the way,
When have
what
you
does
seen it?
HUNNY stand for?
Honey?
No, what's it stand for?
You said it was an
Honey?
acronym.
Well, there's something called an acronym where the letters actually stand for a word.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know.
All I know is my potions. I live here by myself with my cauldron and my potions.
So why is that honey so addictive, whereas other honeys are not?
I'm not sure. That's a little bit extreme of a reaction. I've only ever seen one person react to honey that
The
way.
gluten?
Yeah, we started calling him that after the
Where does he
maelstrom.
live now?
Don't know. He ran off. We all got sick of him. He kept going on and on about how we should just consume honey all the time.
Well, so why didn't you cure him like you cured me?
It didn't work.
You did this to him and it didn't work?
I used the vial and it didn't work. It's worked on others, but not him. But he was the only one that had such a craving for it, and it just got worse after the maelstrom.
Do you think his desire to eat honey would be so great that he would kidnap the bees so they make honey for him and him alone?
That seems plausible. But he doesn't necessarily have the wherewithal to do something that cunning.
Where did
Do you think he got help from somebody else?
He might have. If he did, it would be Bubo.
Who's
Bubo.
Big, arrogant owl. Lives in the woods. Likes to talk about how much he knows.
Is he dire?
Misspells a lot of things. No, I don't think so. He's just a little full of himself. You know,
Do you think
like
you-
most academics.
So do you think he would know what the
You
acronym
met
stands
Buck,
for?
right?
Yes, he
Like
still
that.
Yeah, he still lives in town.
Except a little bit more pompous sounding. Maybe with
That's
a British accent. Whatever that is.
That's a British.
But yeah, do you think he could know where the what this acronym stands for? Then
He might.
Would he have a library they could possibly tell us?
Oh, he would most assuredly have a library.
Oh.
Libraries are forbidden. They are the Titans. We must burn it. Sorry, that was
Which
my
number?
Inquisitor training. kicking in.
Oh, so you guys have a religious fanatic in the group. I see.
Yeah, the platypus.
Yeah.
I'm a paladin, but the dream time.
Yeah.
Now, he's just naive. So.
The two go together pretty well.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just trying to find the Athean. So, do
You know who you'd want to talk to then?
who?
Flippity Pidge.
Flippity Pitch?
We
How
just did.
convenient that he came with us then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here he is.
yeah, he is outside.
Yeah.
Weird.
He's a master scout. He can
Okay.
take you anywhere. And as far as I know, I think he actually knows where Bubo lives.
Do you think it would be rude of us to ask if we could ride him his back?
How
He's a
big
little
is-
small for all
He said he was a boar.
boar.
But that one and that one,
An armadillo and a platypus are much smaller than a boar.
but that one would be awkward
Oh,
to
he's
have sitting
awkward all
on
the
you.
time.
Yeah,
I can walk.
and this one,
I will
Dull.
too. The tiny people are asking.
Yeah.
but he walks on two legs.
Flippy Pitch does?
Yeah,
Okay.
Flippy.
I mean,
All right,
you'd be asking him to go back to his servile state.
Well, we don't want that.
From the pre-Maelstrom
we don't want a
era.
servile boar.
Yes.
No, he could-
by the way, do you think there's any Ben mentioned that there might be a Titan still around?
Oh, I've heard those rumors.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any truth to them?
Maybe, but they normally combine it with this weird thing about seeing a bird
Yeah, bird.
at the same time.
Aside from the owl.
No, it's a little songbird. They say that the Titan can morph into it.
Can change into a bird?
They say that the Titan can morph into a bird,
Huh.
a songbird.
That's creepy. It's freaking Titan magic.
Yeah, pretty much. Bubo would know more about that.
Okay.
He was always into reading their books. And
Alright.
Don't read the books. That's where they.
So
we can
where
pull
would we
that.
find this Bubo?
Flibbity Pig would know.
All right.
Oh, wait, okay.
Would he also know where to find a Winchester?
No. No.
Is Winchester the glutton?
Yes. We started calling him
I
the
just wanted
Glutton
to clarify
after.
there.
It seemed more fitting than using
Okay.
his given name anymore. Because his
He was so
hunger
changed.
consumed him.
Do you have any idea who's making this magical honey addictive substance or anything and leaving it about?
That's a good question.
No idea. Though.
No, but if
Okay.
you find the bastard, let me know, because I want to give him a piece of my mind.
Do you think it was a trap? It seemed like a trap.
Yeah, like how often
Seems
do you
like-
see this around?
Yeah, because that's.
I have never seen a jar of that just lying around. I've seen honey before, but it normally comes in tiny little jars. And they normally sell it to market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Lottie,
Yeah,
for your help.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you helping
Avoid
our
all
friend.
Magical curse
By the way,
substances,
take a couple of these with you. She hands
Just
each
in
of you an
case.
additional healing potion.
Hey,
And hands,
thank you, Lottie.
hands the bat one vial of the antidote.
Just mix with a drop of blood.
Yeah, just mix this with a drop of blood for whoever's affected, and that ought to do the trick.
Okay.
Dump it over their
If you
head.
need more, you should be able to duplicate it, and she gives you a list of ingredients.
Wait, isn't Anne an alchemist or no?
I'm an herbalist.
Herbalist. That's
I
what
would be
I
able
said.
to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So do
So-
I have the list?
You have the list of ingredients.
I
You
have-
have it because you have a flap in your wing,
Yeah.
so you can store things.
I have pockets because I wear clothes.
I probably have like a messenger bag too, or something like that.
Yeah.
A bat with a messenger bag. That's
specifically
wonderful.
says that
I know,
they're
it's
using-
awesome.
I do have a provision. I think we probably all have. I want a cloak.
Yeah, we do wear clothes. We know shame. Such is the price of civilization. Oh yeah, we'll go up and talk to Flippity Bitch. Right. Hey, it's success! That we cured our friend. Thank you so much for taking us
Nice
alive.
to meet you. Sorry for the way we met.
Yeah.
No, I'm just glad I got there in time.
Me too.
Clearly, y'all don't know what you're doing outdoors.
Well, not this outdoors.
You wouldn't happen to know what happened to the apians, would you? The bees.
Apians.
Apians.
You mean they disappeared?
Yes.
Yeah, I've noticed that they haven't been buzzing around.
Yes. You wouldn't happen to know where they are.
No.
Okay. Would you happen to know what's causing that strange sweet smell that we're all smelling?
No, but I know who might.
Bubo?
Bubo.
Yeah.
Can you take us to Bubo?
That should be easy enough.
Okay.
I don't know if he's welcome to visitors.
We'll deal with that one.
I don't normally like seeing other people. I only stormed out of the woods because y'all were making such fools of yourselves.
We're getting used to the the unwelcome greeting thing. I
I'm
think
a
we've got a
fellow
handle on it.
scholar.
What?
I'm a fellow scholar.
I'm not a scholar.
No,
Well,
but
Bubo.
Bubo
Well, no, he is a-
is
Oh.
a scholar, is he
Yeah.
not?
He likes to call himself that.
He likes to think he's a scholar. I'm used to dealing with people like that.
I bet you are.
We've dealt with Buck. So, you know.
Oh, you met Buck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He passes around a flask. Y'all need a shot of this after that.
I like how every time we just bring, we met one of your old friends. Oh God, I'm so sorry for you. It's like,
Yeah, I can't figure out who they hate more, each other or us.
I think each other. I think
Yeah, that's
Only barely.
yeah, only barely.
I think I will say no to the flask. I've had enough of illicit substances for one day.
Yeah, that's probably good.
I will take us with.
It's not poison.
Thank you for that. That would be.
Your liver thinks otherwise.
All right, yeah. We'll if there's unless there's anything else. Well, yeah, we've been asked by the mayor to find out what happened to them, and bring them back in time for the pollination, so we don't all starve to death in the winter.
Let me guess, Buck's telling him the sky's gonna fall?
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Buck
Well-
seems panicky.
Yeah, it's because Buck doesn't know how to live off the land. He's convinced that crops are the way to go.
Well, in fairness, there's a few of us that have gotten dependent on them.
Yeah, there are,
True.
but there's like a lot
Crazy.
of people in the
Oh, right.
village now, so not-
Yeah, there's too many for me.
Yeah, but there's not enough that I think the land could support without crops.
Okay.
Yeah. So agriculture, yay!
Well,
sustainable.
I guess I can take you to Bubo's. It's going to be a bit of a hike,
Okay.
so hopefully y'all are hardy enough. Nobody's riding on my back. That's not happening.
We weren't thinking of it. We wouldn't
Nobody's
dream
No,
of it.
I'm offended that the idea that we would even think about that.
No,
we honor you,
true.
sir.
We walk. We like walking.
Can't you
Watch us walk.
fly?
I am flying.
So just follow me. And
Yeah.
so he takes you on a very long and arduous hike. It takes about 3 days
3 days.
Oh, jeez.
because Bubo lives very, very deep in the wood to the north.
Do you need to make fortitude checks or anything before going that far?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Because
We're
you're
animals.
gonna be resting at the end,
We're
guys.
used
So
to this shit.
you've expended 4 total days. So talking
oh
to
no, one day until the minimum day.
No, it's between 5 and 10 days.
Yeah.
Is that right?
yeah,
So we have
between 5 and 10
most-
days.
5 minimum.
Yeah. So.
So you go 3 days, and then you get to a clearing. And inside the clearing, there is a giant tower.
Is that where we?
It looks like a fairly lonely tower. It's all by itself.
A dark tower?
Square, made of stone. There's a bright red balloon attached to the top.
Weird.
Red what?
Balloon.
What's a balloon?
That's not a thing.
Flibbity Pitch says what it is. Y'all look at him like he's crazy.
What's
not a
keeping it
word.
aloft?
Magic. We must destroy it.
Burn the stone tower.
It moves as if it
Don't you
has
get
life.
disharmony for
That's
burn
just
the heretic speeches?
So Flibbity Pitch
Sorry, it
says.
comes out. I don't mean to.
So
Strict upbringing.
Bubo lives in there at the top. He found a bunch of books in there after the maelstrom. Decided to take up residence because, you know, he loves to read so much. That's kind of
But you
his
found
thing.
Dr. Fate's tower.
What?
Sorry.
Moving on.
So he keeps with a bunch of wazzles. They collect things for him.
Wazzles?
Bring
What's a waffle?
wazzles.
What the fuck is a samoflange?
So y'all don't
Thank
know
you.
about wazzles?
No, what's a wazzle?
No, enlighten us. Are they
Long bodies, pointy teeth.
Oh, a weasel?
weasels?
We call him a weasel.
Wazzles, yeah.
Right.
Weasels.
Sure.
Wazzles.
Well,
Guys, don't make fun of his speech.
So
It's really rude.
there's normally about like 4 to 8 wazzles that run errands for him.
Also, he's bigger than me, which means he's way bigger than you. Don't piss off the pig.
Piglet steroids.
So you see that around the tower there, since it's at an angle, you can see on all of them because you're
Yeah.
coming at it from here, that there are 4 what Flibbity Pidge is calling wazzles, what a normal person without a snout and a speech impediment would call a weasel, are sort of walking around the building, sorting some bundles at the bottom, and then occasionally another one comes down and takes things up to the top. So Flibbity Pitch says Bubo lives in there. You could try to see if he wants to talk to you, but normally he doesn't really like seeing others.
You could fly up there.
I could. First, I want to see if those wazzles are. I have the priest
Friendly?
thing of know the way. I can make. If I make a perception check, I can identify someone as being either embraced, balanced, discord, or dire.
Oh, good idea.
And I have sharper. So, let's see here. 7, unless hearing comes into the fact if I can hear their soul, I will get a 10. I have sharper hearing, but I get at least a 7.
You realize that they're in discord, but not necessarily evil. They're
Okay.
just in discord because they have thieving ways.
Okay.
They're stealing materials to bring to Bubo.
Okay.
So they're stealing these tomes of what looks like paper. You all
Okay.
know what paper is.
Yeah.
Don't do the thing to where human. Yeah, but you know what paper is. And so they're also not overly evil either, though. They just steal things.
Okay.
They have shaky morals, but not necessarily a complete lack of them.
They're not murderous.
No.
Unless
No.
provoked.
So we could just talk to him because I mean, even if I go up there and talk to Bubo, that might
Isn't the bad?
it might put him, it might irritate him. He might not talk to us.
You know.
If we just barge in. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we should. I was just thinking, just in case we do end up having to deal with them, I think it would be really great to lean on our alchemist and herbalist a little bit to like brew up something nice and then throw a nice rager and invite the Wazzles.
Yeah.
Inveigle the
Wazzle
Wazzles.
party. I was thinking.
There you go. We could solve our problems with dinner parties.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure
He's
if they're
partying with a woozle.
of slightly licentious nature, then booze probably right up their alley.
Well, and wait, didn't
Maybe I'm getting a
Fiddly
little-
Pidge or whatever his name is have a flask?
I don't think that's really enough for
Yeah.
Wazzles.
Did we bring
Flibbity
honey
Pidge is
with
sitting
us?
on a stump, swigging out of the flask.
Yeah, he's gonna want all of that.
Okay.
We only got one
That's the only
sympathy
thing
drink
that keeps
because
him from hurting.
yeah. And we only got one sympathy drink because we mentioned one of his old.
You mentioned Buck.
Yeah.
Had
but-
you
I
mentioned
got-
Ben, you wouldn't have gotten a sympathy drink, but Buck,
Yeah.
you get a sympathy drink.
I kind of figured that would be the one to go.
Well, I've got ingredients in my medicine pouch that I could probably find something that would,
Okay, so
Herbal tea.
role play. What are you
Oh,
brewing?
shrooms. This will work.
Maybe let's not. Like that's a good solid like after
B
we.
plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should just. I mean, I just say we have to be on. Like the thing is, even if I go up to see Boo Boo, I don't want to like get him all pissed off.
Riled up. Yeah.
Riled up. So.
Yeah. We save the we got your followers drunk plan until there's
Yeah.
no other option.
Well, let's see just what their state is. If we can just go up and talk to them. Maybe we just like, hey, can we go up and talk to them? Well, sure. I don't know. Or maybe
Should
they'll.
I go ahead and brew a thing just in case?
How long would it take to brew?
Yeah.
What are you brewing?
A combination of salvia and valerian. Valerian for its nice sleepy effect, and salvia for the pretty colors.
I love that. Thank you. You get a point of harmony just for good role playing.
Yeah.
For knowing herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling the DM card. That's fine. You are at one with nature.
That's right.
How long
So-
would it, yeah. How long would it take?
Yeah, but how long would it take me to actually
I'm going to say it's
brew
going to
a
take
concoction?
about an hour to build the fire and brew it.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and do that in the woods.
Build the
Yeah.
fire, gather the materials
Right.
that you need
Do
that you don't
everything,
already
yeah.
have in your pouch,
Right.
and brew it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll hang out here and be doing that.
All right.
Because you're also going to need to get some water.
Yeah.
Yeah. there's gotta
You
be
don't
a
want to
creek
use
or
up
someplace
all your
nearby.
water stores on
Yeah,
this.
right.
Yeah.
So.
And then the rest of us will go out and
Wait.
or maybe.
Oh, yeah, well, that's right.
No, if you guys
I'm
wanna-
going to stay behind and help because cooperating is a good thing.
That's right.
Ooh.
Team.
He can fetch the water.
That's right. I
Okay,
need your
plus
help.
one harmony.
Yay.
For me too, because I work with him.
No.
No, you already got the plus one for the knowing nature
Okay.
and being communing
Awesome.
with the.
Midnight
With nature.
So what's everybody else doing?
We the three will go down and
We'll
talk.
go talk to the Wazzles.
All three of
I
you?
think Anne, you should lead the way because
Yeah.
you're a scholar. Be like, I must confer with my colleague. That kind of thing.
I wish to.
Okay, so which Wazzle are you approaching?
That one.
Okay,
Wazzle number one.
so he is hefting what looks like a contraption to put some sort of ground substance and water into, and putting it into a cart to be taken up to Bubo.
Great. They're going to give Owl a coffee maker. That's what
You can tell
You
that the
see the
Wazzle
word.
is engaged in not only putting things that look like books, but also machinery, gadgets, gizmos, are also going up in a dumbwaiter that's just inside the door. So there's another Wazzle
The waiter's all like, I resent that implication.
accepting things in and out of the door.
You see the words AeroPress on the side of the machine. It's like, oh, that looks gimmicky.
Excuse me, good sir.
What?
I am Fern Fiddlehead. I've come to speak with.
He
Oh
does.
my gosh, how did I just get that?
He
Oh,
starts
wow.
laughing at your name. The Wazzle starts cackling, and they have an annoying laugh, kind of like the weasels in Roger Rabbit. So,
There's no need to
give me a
Keep
willpower
him
test
going.
to not
Keep him
slap
going.
him.
Maybe they'll die.
2.
You
Does it
slap
hurt my
him.
feelings? I slap him.
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, sir."
You need
What-
to have some more respect for a scholar and intellectual
I
of my
know,
state.
I know. They're used to being blustered at. That's the weak point.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Now calm down a little bit. You don't have to roll around in the mud or anything. I just came here
Who
to
said
speak.
anything about rolling in mud?
You looked on the verge of it.
What?
I came to speak to Bubo.
Bubo. You mean the professor?
Yes.
What do you need to talk to him about?
About very important things that I think are too sophisticated and advanced for you.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Role playing.
Well, we have urgent business that we need to discuss. Academic matters that we were pointed in his direction.
He just looks at you very confused. Are you a
You're a
duck?
platypus. Let's just move on.
Okay. So you bluster him to get him back on track. He's like, well, I'd have to talk to my supervisor. I'm not exactly at liberty to have access to the professor. I just go and gather things. See, there's the 4 of us on the outside that bring the stuff, and then we hand it off to the guys on the inside. It's not a great gig, but, you know,
very well.
it's a living.
You've done a great gathering.
So you can surmise from that every
It's a
other
living.
door probably has another wazzle
Yeah.
Okay, lots of
inside.
Well, can you at
That's
least
not
send a
quite the
message
waffles.
up?
He's
If
a
I'm not
job
allowed
creator.
inside, can you at least send my message up?
Well, I'll talk to my supervisor.
Okay.
We should talk this.
Would it cost for us to talk to him?
Yeah.
Let me talk to him first. Let's see. He might come out and talk to you. If he does, that's fine. So he walks into the door. You hear some chattering.
I hear it. What do they say?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give me a perception roll. Add 2.
I get a. Actually, for hearing, I get a +3 anyway. I have sharper, so that's another +1, and then another +2. So that'd be a 16.
Okay, you definitely hear everything they're saying.
Yeah.
So you hear the one that you were talking to say, so there's some folks out here to see the professor. A hedgehog, a bat, and God knows what the other one is. Not quite sure.
The platypus!
You don't hear this. This is me.
Are you repeating it back to us?
I will.
It's
I
like-
will summarize.
The other one says, well, what are they here to see the professor about? Says, well, the hedgehog says it's important scholarly businesses that's beyond our kin. The other one says, well, that's a little bit arrogant. She'll fit in just fine with the boss. Well, do you think he's going to want to see any of them? He might agree to see 1 or 2, but I don't think he's going to want to see more than that. Because he doesn't like other people. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. So you want to just go out and tell him that only 2 of them go up? I'm like, yeah, we can both go out and say, 2 of you can go, but 1 of you needs to stay behind because it's a small room at the top and boss doesn't like seeing too many people at once. So they both walk out. Are you going to play like you already heard it? Or...
I will summarize to them, and I say, you should go, obviously, since you're the scholar, and then you should go because then you could be the bait. Like, see, you can study him. You can study this strange curiosity.
I'm not remaining as a sample.
No, it's a temporary thing, but he.
We're not gonna let him like experiment on you or
Yeah,
anything.
But he will.
He'll be more likely to talk if he's interested in what you are. He won't just dismiss you out of hand.
Exactly.
Well, it's got venom
And plus,
spurs
he
if
could
it comes
fly
to that.
and use his
Very
hearing to
painful
probably
too.
eavesdrop.
Yeah, I will just fly around and listen
Literally
in.
eavesdrop.
And I will just swoop in if I need to say anything, because
Because that's what bats do.
Just the bat.
I was just in the neighborhood.
Hey,
What's going on?
oh, sorry, lost my balance there.
Yeah.
So,
I
okay.
feel like we should inveigle the Wazzles anyway because they seem like stand-up guys.
Yeah. So
Brute 'em some
but I will. I will
stand up for
Why not?
certain values of stand up. They do walk on 2 legs, but
They're the working weasels.
Stand-up guys.
Okay, well,
It's
so at
always
some
been
point
scared
while they're
once.
up there, can I go and invite them so all of the Wazzles are in the woods with us while they're up there?
you can go invite all the ones that are outside, which is currently 5 of what what these ones presume to be 8.
Okay, that's
They
fine.
should tell their buddies inside too, because the boss actually hired us to. The professor hired us to provide them refreshments.
Wazzle weekend party!
I'm going to try and determine what skill test bullshit is.
RPG should have a lying skill. And a manuscript.
Willpower.
So I'm going to come back to you
On
guys.
them.
While you're figuring out who's going up, I'm going to
I
go
think
back.
we have our
Yeah, we-
game
we-
plan.
Okay, so
I'll just listen and.
I'll go up. Actually, here's what we'll do then. You 2 enter the tower.
Yes.
You're the ones going up. Behind one Wazzle's going to lead you up with you 2.
Okay.
So that's the way that's going to work. You're still downstairs chatting up this Wazzle.
Mm-hmm.
And now we go over to Bill and Melissa. So Harold and
Cecil.
Cecil. Not
So I'm
too
gonna
much.
walk up there with 2 little mugs full of something that smells vaguely of a fun time. And say,
Please enlighten me as to what smells like a good time.
Vaguely, that sounds like
vaguely like a good time.
That's not provocative at all.
I'm a gecko.
Geckos don't have mammary glands. It's fine.
No, sorry.
She's not going to inveigle them that way.
Well, no, just-
Aaron,
And
you're in the tower.
I am a
Let it
Cecil.
go.
Glittering.
Anyway.
Somebody's compensating for something.
Booze. It smells vaguely like animal booze, whatever that smells like. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
So, are you walking up with her, or are you staying with Flibbity Pidge?
Yeah, we're trying it out. We're sampling it.
Okay, you and
Flibbity
Flibbity.
Pidge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to you in a second. I want you to role play that. You and Flibbity Pidge getting drunk at the camp.
Well, we're both kind of taciturn guys when it comes right down
Just
to
do
it.
some grunting.
Yeah. Pretty much, I ladle up 2 cups, take one to him, sit on the nearest stump, and sip.
Not bad, not bad.
Yep.
Pans back to Melissa.
Yep.
Very Ron
right.
Swanson.
So-
Yeah.
Well,
You're-
we're also far and away the largest, so,
Yeah.
by concentration, it would take more to affect us.
Fair enough.
It's actually Ron and Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron
I guess since
Swanson's
I'm a
drinking
druid,
in the woods.
I'm probably...
You're the-
I'm
you're
the
Eagleton
Sam Elliott
Ron.
Ron. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. You are
And
the
Ron
same.
Swanson loves bacon, so it's perfect that he's a boar. So,
And, tusks are kind of like a mustache.
You're totally
exactly. So,
Okay, yeah, so I, clank up there with 2 mugs and say, Wazzles, come to the Wazzle party!
Ain't no party like
Wazzle
a Wazzle
party.
party. Because a Wazzle party don't
A
stop.
party especially for you! I
Really?
am rude.
The boss took into consideration our comment cards?
Yes! And he is
Finally!
throwing you a party.
He's
He is
listening to
hired me.
us.
I am a minstrel and a brewer?
I mean,
Sure.
I knew he was okay with changing the lighting because he's always up for an experiment, but it's great that he's trying other things for morale.
That's right. So, you're missing the high five.
Okay. So,
Spread the word!
this one screams in the door.
Okay.
So, the 3 that are not leading, Aaron and Anne's characters up, and the other 3 outside, and this one all go.
The one
With
that's
you.
talking to Ross is all like,
Okay.
screw you.
So I take
Intoxicating
him.
substance.
just leave. Flap, flap, flap.
Actually, that's a good question. Where are you going? Are you
flying.
going back with them to the Wazzle party, because there ain't no party like a Wazzle party, or are you going to stay near the tower?
Stay near your tower, eavesdrop.
How?
I can fly?
Okay, so you're flying.
Yeah, I'm flying.
Watch out for the ball.
Well,
boom.
I can perch near the tower. Like, is there a window on top?
Well, you do know that Wazzle told you guys that he lives in the top.
Yeah.
You're also a bat, which means you can hang on to any wall.
Yeah. So I will fly up to the top and see if there's a good perch that I can just sit on or, cling to.
Okay.
Or if there's like a beam sticking out that I could hang upside down from.
Okay. This is a very tall tower.
Yeah.
It's about 10 stories tall.
Okay. I am
So
a bat.
you're going to need to give me a fortitude check.
All right.
Watch out for hawks, okay?
10.
You're fine.
Okay, you don't lose any health by flapping up there. You've done this. You've done your calisthenics routinely.
Yeah.
You can get this up
You're a
there
healthy
with no
little bat.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so I take all of the wazzles back to the campfire and ladle them out to drink, and I take out my mandolin and I begin to strum and sing a gecko song.
Play some Skinner.
Flibbity Pidge does a little prospector dance because he's drunk as all get out.
Right.
What's the armadillo doing?
Arm wrestling?
No. Because I
Pull
have
your
an
arms in
armored
and roll
shell,
around
Yeah.
I'm
slowly.
going to break dance.
Yes.
Yes. So
Because
you
nobody
two,
spins like an
since you're in the
armadillo.
party and you're having a party and it's 6 or more.
Oh,
I'm entertaining
and by the
9
by,
people. I'm entertaining.
yeah, and after she gets through a couple of songs,
It
I'm
doesn't
actually
stack. We're letting it go with one thing.
All right.
going to, but
But
Say
you
it
go ahead and
anyway.
role play it.
I'm gonna lead her like in some songs I know, worshiping the primal.
It's like
That's an
Tibetan
entirely
throat
different
singing.
thing.
Yeah, So, leading a ceremony to honor the primals is a celebration with an additional +1 harmony for me and others +2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that going to increase also the wazzles so they may not be distorted
Which one are you
anymore?
using?
Huh?
Oh, Nature's Sanctuary. Hot damn. Well done.
Yep.
So,
Weird.
We're having a good old time.
you get +6.
Yes!
You get 6 + 1, so 7.
7. I only
Wazzles-
get 2 because I'm mostly but I'm now.
Yeah, you can't go above full.
I'm graceful.
I'm at 14.
So you're full?
No,
Oh, you
my
took a
full
big
is
hit at the
17.
beginning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
huge hit. The HUNNY.
That I expected Aaron to take. That was
You're welcome,
entirely
Aaron.
crafted for
Thank you.
Aaron.
Thank you for taking that bullet for me.
So yeah, you guys are having a grand old time, just living it up. The Wazzles are blissed off their butts. So, and Flippity Pidge is having a grand old time, recounting stories of his survivalist days and explaining how you can actually.
You're now sharing a stump.
Oh,
There was more than one
Each
stump.
other. I
Piglet
know.
moved to Montana.
No, Piglet went batshit crazy.
I'm such a bit dark.
Survivalist mode. After years of being called a coward, he went off the deep end the other way. So.
Yeah.
Piglet's still in.
Piglet has a store of a lot of steel weapons somewhere in the woods,
Oh, that
which
could
he's
be
been telling
useful.
you about as you guys have been getting drunk back at camp.
Huh. That-
He tells you
Keep
where they
that
are.
knowledge.
Unfortunately, they're a 5-day hike from here.
Man, I really hope this isn't going to be locked in state-dependent memory.
Don't worry, I've always had more herbs.
I'm going to actually say that since you're a barbarian, you have increased fortitude against alcohol, so you're fine.
So, cheeky bastards, I'm not really that drunk.
Plus, you're an armadillo. You're
You're
from
having
Mexico.
a good time.
Yeah, I didn't eat the worm.
Yeah, you didn't
You're
eat the
about
worm.
tequila.
You're fine.
Man,
Sobriety test? We don't need no sticky
This is
sobriety
nothing, yeah, like
test.
what they make out of the prickly pear, man.
Okay, so
Dang.
back to the tower.
Yes.
You're clinging
I know.
to the room, so you're outside the window.
Yes.
You've actually made it to Bubo's room because you heard the rustle of papers. You can hear outside. You're fine. So you did really well on your fortitude
Yeah.
save. You two, you've been working it up the stairs. Lots and lots of stairs. Both of you give me fortitude rolls.
4.
My little legs.
You each lose 1 health point.
Okay.
You guys are not in shape. You're
It's all
exhausted.
that soft living on that agriculture.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm used to being in water.
Do you have any water?
Yeah, you sort of have a slight disadvantage with that big flapping thing behind you.
Hey, usually.
Oh, there's the big flapping thing in front too.
Freezing!
I meant his tail in his mouth. Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. I'll leave that as an exercise to the listeners.
Yeah, we know where they'll go with it. Moving on. So, you guys have made it to the outside of the office. The Wazzle knocks on the door. Says, boss?
Water.
Who is it? Who is it?
Ah. See what you did there.
Yeah.
Boss, there's some, what were your names again?
Fern Fiddlehead.
Fern Fiddlehead and
Percival Platinum Heart.
Percival Platinum Heart?
Fiddlehead Fern.
You hear a slow sort of muttering under the breath from inside the door. Ooh, alliteration. Come in.
Yay!
Got him with alliteration.
The Wazzle
Stupid language tricks for $100.
lets you in, and he says, "Boss, would you like that I should stay here with the guest?" It's like, "No, you're dismissed. You can feel free to go down the dumbwaiter if you want." It's like, "Oh, thank you, boss. That's a fun ride." And he very quickly jumps onto a small little dumbwaiter,
Yeah.
and it barrels down very quickly to the bottom of the elevator
Goofy scream?
shaft.
Yep.
There we go.
Sounds like a weasel.
Come in. Sit. It's been so long since I've had guests.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Sir Sage Scholar.
Eat me.
Meet you.
And you said eat.
I did not say eat.
Slip his tongue.
Yes. So why are you here?
Well, have you heard of the incident with the missing Apians.
Oh, yes.
We
yes,
thought
I've heard.
with your great wisdom you might have some.
Oh, I do
some
have much
insight.
great wisdom. Much great wisdom.
And we
Look
could-
at all these books
Yes,
that I
see the
own.
books. They're
Great
very
impressive. Wisdom.
We were hoping you could impart some of this wisdom on us.
Sean is now being played by a mother.
Well, in particular, we were looking for, well,
What are you?
a platypus.
See what I say.
And
He takes out a ruler. It's like, do you mind?
Oh, I have some calipers here.
Certainly, go ahead.
Oh, calipers, even better. Do you mind, sir? Please,
ever been a
have a
caliper?
seat.
Certainly, although goodly scholar, if you don't mind if
No,
I keep talking.
please. It's better if you keep your mouth shut.
It's so true. It's so true.
Another name.
So- The owl takes the calipers and starts measuring Percival's skull and his beak and his tail and his feet. He says,
Although while he's doing it, is there?
"Oh my, you have an inner darkness, don't you? I can tell from these measurements that you are quite deranged."
Yes.
Oh, great. So he's a phrenologist?
I'm a paladin.
Oh, that confirms it.
Anyway, we were looking for some specific information about Napian's disappearance, and we have been told that it might be due to a former colleague of yours that you refer to as the Glutton,
Oh, I don't like using that name.
or Winchester, I guess.
That's much more polite.
I would rather go that way either, if you prefer. But we found something else too, a jar of honey that actually had an acronym of honey on it.
Oh.
H-U-N-N-Y.
That's just more emphatic spelling, I'm sure.
Oh no, it was dotted afterwards, after each. So
For emphasis, I'm sure. It's punctuated.
So now tell me what you know. So I'm not.
Ross,
The owl is an
are you
internet
listening
host.
outside?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You're hearing this all?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
All right, I'll just pop into the if I may interject.
What? Who are you? Who are you?
My name is Mordecai. I'm the priest of the Bright Ones. Bright may their path be.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm associates with these fine scholar and paladin, and we were trying to find out, where the bees, the Apians are. We believe it is connected to the strange sweet smell that you.
Yes, great mystery, great mystery.
Have you made any headway into any of these?
I'm sure I will eventually.
Eventually.
Well, time might be a factor.
Yeah, there's the whole crops that they.
Yes, I'm sure. But please, sit down.
Okay. I'll do another perception check. He's not no, maybe
I
not.
want to meet you.
I just wanted to figure. I can't tell if he's in grace, balance, discordant, or dire, because I rolled a 1. So I'm like, whatever. But yeah, has anything unusual happened in the last month that you're aware of?
Well, I would say that the bees disappearing is quite unusual. Quite unusual.
Yes. Anything else might be connected to that? You think?
Well, the strange smell in the air that you mentioned.
Yes. I get a sense of what this guy's all
You
about.
have so many wonderful books in your library.
Yes. So many books.
If I perused any of them.
Go right ahead. Just please don't touch the papers on my desk.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I'm engaged in very, very important research.
On what?
Oh, could you tell us? For scholarly reasons, of course.
An ancient Titan science.
Oh yes, we did hear rumors that there's still a Titan alive.
Yes. I've heard
One
such
that
rumors.
can use transfiguration?
Transfiguration? Oh, you mean shifting.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Shifter. Yes, I've heard these rumors.
Any truth to it?
I don't think so. It's just the ramblings of unintelligent minds.
What's that sound?
Actually, you now have a new opportunity. Since
Yeah.
he did mention his desk, you can roll perception again.
All right.
Wait, can all of us?
I got a 9.
Can we all do it, or just okay?
Oh,
No.
Never mind.
Ross can tell he's not a whole 100% in harmony.
Yeah.
In fact, he's bordering on dire.
Okay.
So, with that in mind,
Uh-oh.
Ross, since you realize it,
Can we invite him to a party?
Ain't no party like a scholar's party.
take 3 hit to your harmony.
Ow.
You've met someone die.
Oh, that's just meeting them? Oh, yeah, because we're...
It's the realization of the mythos. Are you going to share the information with your colleagues through gestures?
Yes.
So,
Oh, whatever. This is you have this coming back for the whole thing.
you
with
each
the
take
yellow sign.
5.
Yeah.
5. To my harmony?
Yes, because you realize that he knows that Bubo is not quite right.
Man.
Something
We had a
is
5.
wrong. Something is
You made the
rotten
right
in
choice,
Denmark.
You kidding? I'm like all graced up
I
now.
know. Not quite there,
Feels
but-
good. Feels real good.
So where are you all
Yeah,
at?
Salvia.
Exactly.
I'm at 5.
I'm at
Oh, goody.
9. I'm not Discord yet.
No, not quite.
I'm still
Not quite, not quite.
Yeah, not-
But you recognize that he is dire, but there are different kinds of dyers.
Yeah.
And you would know that.
Yeah.
That depending on the root of their dire nature, you could be able to work with them without resorting to violence if you play to their persona.
Yes.
So were those papers, did he get to see what the papers were about?
That would
That
take
perception?
a what skill set? Something that would equate to stealth.
Sneakiness.
I would say reflexes.
Reflexes. If I'm nimbler than normal, do I get an
You can add
increase to
+2.
that? Okay. So 10.
Yep. You are able to furtively glance at the paper.
Yes.
There are several notes about things called pheromones.
Pheromones?
Yeah.
Like M-O-A-N?
Pheromones.
Like misspelled fairy mounds.
Is it fairy spelled A-I or E?
Yes. Bubo has spelled it as fairy moans. And all of his research is on pheromones and their effect on apians.
Oh! Okay. It took me a moment, but I got it.
Yeah.
Fairy mode.
You know, so I will begin. But after I realized, I'd be like, you know, we were asked by the mayor to find the applicants.
Oh, that tasty little morsel.
Yes. He said, though, that whoever would be able to solve them and bring them
You
back.
know, I got his tail once in the pre-Maelstrom days. That's
Oh.
why he doesn't have one.
Oh, I did not know that.
But that was an most unenlightened age.
Right. Well, the mayor was telling us that whoever would bring the Apians back would be considered the wisest and smartest.
Oh, really?
Yes, they would build a statue of them in metal.
Oh.
He would be a
quite
hero of this
nice.
town.
Yes, because they need the crops pollinated. So.
But scholars, we don't live for glory. We live for the quest for knowledge.
Well, that's true, but if someone else were to solve it,
But
no one would-
glory can open up avenues to new areas of knowledge.
Very true.
Yes.
And extend your influence.
At the moment, though, the Wazzles are gathering much information for my research.
They find the wazzles aren't as useful after this.
No, it'll be fine. It'll wear off.
Brings me to the infosphere.
You know, Buck was telling me too that he just found a new cache of books buried in his field nearby.
Buck.
Yes, he was going to actually.
That arrogant twat.
Yes.
That's
He
a little strong.
was probably going. He was talking
He
about.
kept trying to rearrange my papers all the time. He didn't understand that there was order in the chaos. Mixed up my research notes all the time in the old days.
I think he was going to set them on fire as just to warm his home at night. Of course, you
Buck
know-
is a lot of things, but he's not that foolish.
Well, I think
Well,
he's very.
pragmatic is
Yeah.
the issue here.
Because what good are the old books if you can't? I mean, he said there weren't any. He's too busy farming to do scholarship. I mean, and he wouldn't give them to us. So he would only give them to a great scholar. You know, say one who had a statue of himself in the square.
True.
So,
true.
yeah. So, any thoughts on those Apians? No. Yes.
Who?
Any thoughts on those Apians? I mean, wanting to reclaim that.
Yes, this has been quite pleasant, but I must get back to my research. Must get back to my research.
Okay. So appealing to him, appealing to his pride and his vanity did not help.
You know, I've been doing some studies recently on scents.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's really quite fascinating. I really wanted to talk to another scholar about it because these guys don't really understand such things.
Such troglodytes are
and
hard to talk
the
to.
idea that there's some scents that only some animals can smell. Have you ever come across this?
Why, yes. But I don't think we can discuss such things in front of unscholarly minds.
I agree.
I assure you that I will not absorb anything. In fact, let me go into a trance so I will not be a bother to you. Assume the floor and actually go into
Might I keep that one for research purposes?
Communion to
I
get...
don't think we can ask him to stay here against his will.
Really?
He is a sentient being.
I was blessed by
sure?
But he might
I
leave
was
some
blessed by
hair
the blind one.
samples or some nail clippings.
Yes, that would be quite nice. Quite nice. Quite
If
nice.
you ask him
indeed.
nicely.
Maybe some tufts of his hair. Maybe a secretion from that little claw.
If you...
That might be a little...
what would you do with my venom?
Research. Most certainly research. Quest for knowledge and all that.
Maybe
What?
how about
Well,
a
we
saliva
could do
sample
a
instead?
trade, possibly.
What?
So, if I can have your assurances that my venom will not be used to harm anyone, I can. Would be access to your library to look the information.
Well, I don't
we
make
need.
determinations for the use. I just study things. That's all I do. I only do the research. I don't apply the knowledge.
I just see
I
how
just
the nuke
seek
works.
it.
I give it to somebody else.
What could be problem? Says Werner von Braun.
So the papers have the information that we need.
He's willing, actually,
yeah.
for a large enough vial of Percival's venom, he's willing to share some of his research into pheromones.
We already have that, actually. We got a sample of that. Well, I'll give him the vial, the antidote.
This is not pheromones.
Oh. Well, no, it's his venom. Don't you recognize it?
No, this is not venom.
It's clearly
This is an
venom.
antitoxin.
No, it's venom.
You're trying to pull a fast one on somebody who's doing meticulous research.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
There's no way to fool him.
We can't go. It's
He's willing to make a trade.
It's welching on the trade, so we need an empty vial.
Screw it. I'll cast Radiant Harmony. I will glow with a light that is painful to unnatural dire creatures. So,
Escalade.
yeah.
I was about to.
He's going to use the venom on
know what?
sauce. Yeah.
Remember,
he's gonna
I
use
did
the
give
venom.
you a choice.
Yeah,
I was
but
about
giving
to.
him venom would be worth. It would also cause us all to take another harmony hit. We're
By
helping.
giving it to him?
It's venom, like
I have anti-venom.
There's actually no mechanic for giving other people's
to
weapons
aiding a
poison.
dire creature.
There's no mechanic
Okay.
if you don't actually know
Okay.
what it's going to be used for. The game is very open, so
Okay.
You might bring it back on us, but since this is not an ongoing campaign,
Okay, yeah. If it's a one shot, okay.
okay, so
I mean, you can fight him if you want.
Well, no. If there's no penalty, I mean, mechanic that. No. Yeah.
so I would rather just get a vial from him, fill it, and then give it back to him. So,
Okay, you're going to go 1 day without being able to use venom because
Okay.
it has to regenerate.
I don't usually use it
So
anyway.
He shakes it up. It's like, ooh, very nice, very nice. Nice color, nice texture.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Please do not get any on it. It does act as a paralytic.
He's cocking his head all sorts of weird ways, and he places it on a shelf. That will come in much handy for research. Yes.
So
Very-
about this research, you said you
Yes,
would give us
pheromones.
information in exchange. Yes.
Yes.
Pheromones.
An old dear friend asked me to conduct research on Appian pheromones. And yes, he knew something, but he's not quite as clever as I am at determining how to concentrate them.
So pheromones, sorry, to attract.
To attract, yes, to
Correct.
attract the Appians, to bring them to a single spot. Yes.
Who is this friend?
Well, I don't know if I can disclose that information. What with it being a favor to a friend and confidentiality and all that.
This friend isn't a Titan.
No. He's most assuredly not a Titan.
Is
Although he's
he-
very afraid
He's afraid.
of some of the Titan artifacts. One in particular, he asked me to look over. He doesn't seem to want anything to do with it anymore.
What is it?
Did you happen to notice the very large red item
Yeah, what is it?
attached to my roof? It's a balloon.
What to do?
I'm not sure, but it does float quite nicely.
It's very strange.
But he doesn't want anything to do with it. He asked me to safeguard it, but not to destroy it. But yes, the pheromones. Yes, I was supposed to research how best to bring the Appians into one spot, and then on top of that, how to make their nectar stronger, more potent for
We don't have
those who
nectar?
eat it.
What are you talking about?
The
honey?
what they gather, yes. When they condense the nectar into honey, make it stronger,
Make it stronger.
more desirable.
Oh, like almost addictive, desirable.
Maybe. But he's specifically interested in the nectar of the yarrow.
What's that?
The yarrow. It's a plant.
A plant.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a sweet smell, kind of like?
It can.
Is it flowering? Or?
But he asked me to hormonally upgrade the narcotic nectar of the yarrow. Bill got it.
And this plant attracts the
Well, the pheromones
Yeah.
attract the apians, but the upgrades.
Are you using apian pheromones and enhancing it on a scale that apians can
No,
detect
the
it from?
pheromones are only to bring them to one place.
Okay.
It's just he wanted to know how to. What's the word the Titans used?
Enslave?
No. Make an artificial copy of. Synthesize. That's it.
Synthesize the pheromones.
Synthesize it and condense it and pump it out. So it has this very sweet smell.
So that's that's smelling.
Yeah. It's Laura. Yeah, that's confirming our earlier
But the
suspicion.
pheromones load them to one spot, and then he asked how to concentrate their nectar. So I gave him some hormonal upgrades. And to train them to only concentrate on yarrow plants and its nectar.
Genetically modified bees.
So it produces a very potent honey.
Pass the honey on the left-hand side.
So, yes.
Oh, do you know any bears, by the way?
Oh, Winchester.
Winchester, of course.
Winchester? He's not the friend. Is he?
Yeah.
No, most assuredly not. Why would you think so?
Oh.
Who is the friend?
He said he
Oh,
wouldn't
he
tell
said
us.
he
No
would.
one.
If he gives you another vial, will you tell him?
No one has blinded me.
Yeah.
I want to go submit on this, but I can't.
The friend is very afraid of that balloon. I have yet to figure out what it does other than float. Still haven't quite figured out how it does that. But he wants nothing to do with it.
Actually, since you're so interested and it's only sitting there, would you permit us to do field research on it?
That's interesting.
Do science to the
We could take it out and see
what
what it
do you
reacts.
propose?
Well, we take it from the tower, we tie it off to one of ourselves because we don't want it floating away, obviously.
Right.
And we expose it to a number of different environments to see what the reaction is.
Would you keep meticulous notes?
Of
Maybe you.
course.
Oh no, actually pull out the journal. I keep meticulous notes. A lot of I notes for that.
Those mostly say kill the armadillo, kill the bat,
No, it's no.
kill
no.
the donkey, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
No, actually said no. It's you're seeing right now. It's
Something
saying
here about spirit
rabbit
magic.
demarcate 1, armadillo demarcate 2. It's a complex system.
No, it's in German. It's not die, rabbit, die. It's the rabbit. The.
So,
So can our bat friend go retrieve the balloon?
Well, yes.
And we will
I
conduct
think-
experiments on it?
but I think you might want to tie it to someone slightly heavier than him.
Oh, I'm very heavy. So.
Yes, you are. In more ways than
He ain't
one.
heavy. He's
But I'm buoyant.
Yeah.
Your spirits are, that's certain.
Yeah.
No, I literally can be floating on water. So
You are a very literal person.
I am.
So's your face.
Nothing gets over my head.
He looks at the hedgehog and starts talking and says, "Why, yes, I would permit you to conduct field research and take detailed notes.
Of course.
And if you happen to pass any more natives discussing the last this rumor of the surviving Titan, I think it's rubbish, but I am keeping a meticulous record of folklore
Nice.
that I'd like to be complete."
All right.
Okay.
So I get the balloon, tie it to him, or actually like tie it to a rock and let it, then just drop it over the side so it floats down. Because I don't think you guys could fit it, or could you fit it through the stairway?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has to go down.
And you don't want to go down the other way even
Yeah.
with the balloon.
So basically, yeah,
We can walk down the stairs
tie a
and
big
people-
rock to it, and then a rock.
Where are you getting the rock?
I'm sure there's rocks on the wood.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
gonna have to fly back
I'm
up.
not. No, is there an object I can
Actually,
tie
I'll tie my
float
shield
down?
to it and it'll float down.
It's pretty.
Okay. So you handed back your shield.
How do we understand
Yeah, no.
balloons?
Balloon.
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 Do we know what float is?
It's those of you who fly know what floating means.
Or
So it's
swim.
just-
Or gliders.
Yeah.
Well, is there like a paperweight on the or?
That's a good question.
Yeah, in the room.
Fair cop.
Yeah,
You take a geode off of his desk.
there you go. And then yeah, I will.
We'll send the weasels back up with this.
Oh, the wazzles?
Yeah.
The wassels, sorry, wassels.
Why does everybody insist on calling them weasels?
These always want
It's a region. It's a
I'm from
dialect.
Australia, different
Old
pronunciation.
Flippity-Pidge used to call them wazzles. I think that's their actual name, but I'm not sure.
Weasels wazzle, but they don't fall
Should we
down.
go
Yes.
show our friends this new thing we got?
You gotta think.
So you successfully avoided conflict with Bubo.
Okay.
Good job.
Hooray.
Because that would have been very bad.
Since we avoided it and gave him something he wanted, do we get any harmony back for that, or?
Aaron, always on the make.
Yeah, he is. Let me see.
Hey, I hit a harmony, so
You should
Actually, no, but Bubo regains 5 harmony and is now in discord instead of dire. So you've
Yeah.
converted him back to moderately normal.
So that doesn't give us anything?
What was the
Because
action?
we're
He was a
helping
dire,
him.
but he was just on the cusp.
yeah, we were helping him, kind of coming back. So would we get anything?
So
back?
you each get 1. That's... Well, let's make it 3. We'll say that's a big favor.
Counting is hard.
Thank you.
Yes, his tiny bird heart grew 3 sizes that day.
So we're gonna go to the Wazzle party.
Okay, you get to the Wazzle party.
Which is still in progress because,
Yeah.
as previously noted,
So
The
4 of the
Wazzle party
Wazzles
is
have already
dumpster.
passed out drunk. The other 3 are dancing with Flibbity-Pidge
It's a beautiful sight.
in a circle, and it seems that the armadillo is doing tap in the center of the circle,
like you do.
screaming something about him being the lord of the dance. So,
The Lord of the Dance.
I'm the Lord of Catan.
so what do you guys want to do now?
Drink.
I hand them a mug.
Yeah, can we get more harmony? Like,
Nope.
Can I go into communion to get at least one more back?
The party's essentially dying. You don't have time. You need to start explaining things because
okay.
you spent 3 days hiking,
Yeah.
1 day talking to Ben and Lottie, and this has taken most of 1 day. So this has been almost 5 days. You're getting into the evening now.
Yeah.
And we have to get back, which is going to take us 3 days.
Okay,
Right.
so if it's time to be done, we'll slowly bring the dancing down to a minimum, and then I'll get Flibberty Pig, and we'll each go wazzle, wazzle. And
So for
three
the
that can
listeners,
still walk.
they're taking the wazzles on their shoulders
Yep.
and
Take them back up to the tower.
leaving
Sort
them
of
at
put
the
them
door
in a
with a
wazzle
note.
mound.
Yeah, well, the ones that are still awake, I'm going to say, you're going to want to give them some water or they will be sad when they wake up.
They partied hard and are partied out.
Flippity Bitch says, "Yeah, listen to him."
You're beautiful, man. You too, man. Okay.
And they waddle back. And they sleep it off. So we are now in day 6.
Show me the way.
You guys explained everything though,
Yep.
like about the balloon, which apparently.
Oh, wait, oh my gosh, that's fascinating. I've never seen anything more beautiful.
Look what happens when I poke at it.
Were you smoking the herbal tea?
I'm not
You
here
were
to, like,
smoking the herbal tea.
Never tried
Wait, you
salvia,
said
have you?
Yeah,
Wait,
like-
why is the sky darkening?
Okay then.
Yeah,
So,
that's like holy sage, isn't it?
It's a hallucinogen.
do
Yeah.
you discuss your plan before you go to sleep that night, or do you wait for Flippity Pidge and Harold to sleep it off first?
Yeah, let's make a plan in the morning.
Yeah, we need to
I'll do
figure out
some
where.
experiments. So
What?
the balloon or whatever.
It's big, it's red, it flips.
Yeah, and I'm doing like I'm touching it to things. I'm like putting it in the water, seeing what happens to it, and taking notes.
So at one point you rub it up against the bat and you realize that static electricity is a thing. It's clinging to the bat.
Whoa.
So he has to sleep.
Oh.
Hold still.
Yeah.
You have to sleep with the balloon attached to your back all night. Don't roll over.
Wait, so is it attached to my...
upside down,
It's
like, I
attached
can't-
to my
Yeah, you're fine,
arm,
yeah.
attached to his back.
Apparently.
No, it's not attached to you at all.
It was tied to something.
Oh, the
You
geode.
were
Oh, we're
carrying
doing the
it.
geode, so okay. I thought we were sending the geode back up.
Yeah, with the other three
Oh,
wazzles.
I don't think they'll
I
miss
tied
it.
it maybe to my like ink
The
well
string's
or
long
something.
enough. It can be attached to his back. You sleeping at the bottom of the tree while it's attached to.
I'm hanging it upside a
Or,
branch.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
big and not moving.
Just tie it to him.
So not moving.
Tied to his tail.
You tie it to the armadillo's tail.
Not
It's
my
attached to the bat's back, and everybody's sleeping peacefully, except for Mordecai, who's not too pleased with this development.
No.
He's contemplating ways to kill you all, but that does not inflict his harmony on it.
Yeah. That's bad harmony, man. It's bad
Bad
harmony.
harmony.
This can go away.
Yeah. The.
No, I didn't even use the one for his office.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, I visualize.
It exists.
There it is.
It was a small room.
There was a desk and bookshelves.
So.
And ladders to get to the books. If that would have been important if they had started fighting, but they didn't. Good job.
Yeah.
Alright, so our basic solution is we have to find out where all these bees
Source
are being
of the
kept.
pheromones.
Yeah, pheromones, which is that yarrow plant, right? So, do you know what he's talking about? Because he synthesizes.
It sounds to me like the yarrow is not the source of the pheromones.
Oh,
That they
the
figured
yarrow
out.
is the nectar
Yeah.
from which they can make the hormonally upgraded narcotic honey.
Honey.
so he needs a lot of the yarrow.
The pheromones are there to attract all the bees.
Right.
The bees
So-
comes to the pheromones, and then he
He
gives
needs
them the
bees
yarrow.
to harvest from
And they
an
make
area
the
with
super-
a lot of
Right.
yarrow.
Yep.
So that's what we're looking for.
We're looking for either the source of where the pheromones are coming from.
So we still
or,
don't know that. Okay.
Right. Or if we could also locate, like figure out where a whole bunch of yarrow has been taken
That's what I'm
or
saying.
is being
Like-
grown.
Okay.
So
Can I see
fine.
if I use a
Yeah. maybe I
roll
can use the
since I have
herbalism instead.
biology to see if I know anything about yarrow?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
It's good for hemorrhoids.
So 11.
Okay. You know the types of soil that it would grow in, and that a somewhat rocky environment is okay as long as the soil is fertile.
Okay. So how many?
Can I use an herbalism spend now that I know about the pheromones to see if I can figure out what plants would be best
To counter?
or
What-
anything? Yeah, to counter them, or if plants are being used to make the pheromones.
go ahead and roll for it.
But you're not going to give me anything. What does that mean? 11?
On an 11, you do realize what plants are involved, but there are none nearby. So you realize that you would need these plants that are being used to synthesize the pheromones
Right.
in order to create an antidote.
Okay.
But-
do I know where those plants might come from? Like where those would be found?
You don't. You just know that they don't grow here.
Foreign plants.
But you guys do have an additional resource,
A balloon.
The board.
and the boar.
Can we ask him about conditions nearby that might have rocky fertile soil?
I don't know about Demnair plants that she's talking about with the pheromones, but I do know where there's a heavy concentration of yarrow.
Ooh.
Let's
Could
go
you take
there.
us there?
I could.
But
I will.
For reasons.
It's
I must return to my home planet.
no, it's not going to be an easy journey.
Never.
We're going to have to go through the scary tree wood
The scary tree wood.
in order to get to the spires. So the spires are a group of standing column rocks,
Standing column.
sort of in a sacred circle, standing way over here. But you have to traverse through the scary tree wood to get to them.
Could we build a raft?
That water's really deep,
That's why we built a
and
raft.
I'm not fond of water.
I can navigate.
Yeah, he swims.
Alright, I don't see a problem with it.
He
Oh,
flies.
Seems legit. Let's do it.
Well, then you'd want to pick the section of the current that's not as
I
strong.
think that's a lake.
No, but it's a bay.
Oh.
So there's
Are we on the
tide.
ocean?
You are on the coast.
Oh.
This is all water.
Okay.
I don't know if it's an ocean. It could just be a lake, a very big lake. But you are on the coast.
Scale problems.
He
Yay.
says there are really strong tides here. So you'd want to go more towards the southern part of the bay, which means we'd still have to cross through part of the scary tree wood, but not all of it.
Are there giant spiders in the scary tree wood? Spiders tend to like to live in scary tree woods.
It's totally true.
No, you don't have to worry about the giant spiders. Those are mostly to the south.
Okay.
If I hear Ungoliant, I'm out of here. Just done.
They don't like it up north. It's a little too cold. It's them damn mosquitoes that you got to worry about.
Oh no, we're in Minnesota. I save against Garrison Keeler.
But you could do a boat, but it's
Not
just
worth
as
it.
easy to walk through the woods because we're going to have to cross
Is
through
it
part
a
of them anyway. What?
Is Scary Tree Woods a misnomer?
I mean, they're big, they're gnarled. Most people find them a little intimidating, but you know what? They're soft.
The name Treewood's a little redundant, actually.
I didn't name it. I'm
Well, the
just reciting
trees-
what's on the map.
The trees are scary, not necessarily the woods themselves.
Maybe the name is what's scary.
Well, yeah, I say we just go through the forest. I mean, we're not going to. I mean, if we're trying to save, it doesn't sound like we can save much time by going across the water, and we have the
Okay.
additional risk of drowning.
There's also
You guys
the turtle.
The turtle?
Yeah.
Of enormous girth. Upon
It's
his
a
back
giant
holds the
turtle.
earth.
A giant turtle?
It tends-
Is it a sea turtle?
Is it a lion turtle?
No, but it tends to snap at all watercraft
Why does it live in the bay if it's not a sea
because
turtle?
the Eatons be good.
The Eatons?
Well, I mean, we haven't established if it's a fresh or saltwater bay anyway. so-
Yeah.
Oh, they said it was. I asked if we're near this ocean.
I said you were near the coast. Again,
Coast of what?
Yeah.
Oh.
So is it freshwater?
It's very scary coast.
well, I can drink it without dying.
Oh,
so
okay,
That would be a pretty good indication.
So we're going through the scary woods.
Yeah.
I think we should leave immediately so we can get there.
Agreed.
okay. So he says, I can take you to the spires. There's a huge concentration of yarrow in them. And you can, I guess, take samples or whatever.
Well,
it
we're
is.
hoping to find the source of the missing, apians. So we're thinking that they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
or a clue that will lead us to there.
Possibly.
Yes. So, yes, we will.
So you start trudging through the woods, and
By the way, when you mentioned snapping turtle, I just remember hearing a news story of some cops who pulled over just a regular traffic stop. They opened up the trunk and they found a giant snapping turtle in it. Oh no, the guy had crashed because he was drunk. But the guy had the snapping turtle in the trunk of his car to guard against other people stealing the drugs he was carrying.
So you had a methed up snapping
Okay, well, I have to ask this there. Florida?
No, I don't think it was. I'm not sure.
That's a first.
That sounds like a Florida story.
Could be Arkansas.
it could be a Kentucky,
Yeah, you're right.
I could
or
try.
even in Oklahoma. Sorry, listeners, if you live in either of those states, but
It's America. But
we live in Missouri. We're used to these kind of
the
jokes
turtle
for
was
us,
recovered
too.
safely, and
Oklahoma had
So
other
drugs.
troubles, but that's...
oh yeah, they caught the guy. I mean,
It was a traffic stop.
Yeah.
so it
Was that this
already
week?
well, no, I think he crashed.
Oh.
No, it was Oklahoma.
Pegged it.
Yeah,
Kentucky or Oklahoma. Yep.
yeah.
I kind of hope that shows up on...
Was it near Lawton?
Tulsa.
So about
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
For the listeners at home, we present wild speculation about relatively local geography.
Actually, stuff like this, there's one of the shows I listen to, but they have a particular segment called What the Fuck is Wrong with You? And they this is like prime story for them, so...
which we'll cover in another podcast.
Exactly.
someday.
Yeah.
Back to the game.
Yeah, sorry. It was
Derailed, done.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're going through the scary wood.
It's the same turtle.
And here in the scary acre wood,
So
we're
Scary
all
tree
going to
woods.
scream and
Gonna throw something.
here's this.
For the path.
whatever, like
Y'all are
times
starting
over
here.
alliteration, man.
So
It's genius is what that is.
tell me, how are you progressing into the scary wood? Who's going
Quite
first?
well, thank you.
Who's going first?
I will.
Sure. Or the armadillo, do you want to keep...
I'm huge. I have huge guts.
Okay, so you're in front.
I have
Who's next?
I should be in the middle somewhere. I am small. I'm squishy.
I'll take up the real because I'm spiny.
Yeah.
The real?
The rear. Exactly.
Yeah, I'll actually go in the front with Bill, just so I can...
Okay.
The two defenders.
Yeah.
I'll be in the middle too.
Okay, and then Flippity Pidge will also be in the back. Actually, no, he's taking the lead because he's your scout.
Scout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so those of you in the front, give me a perception check.
Would this be due for smell or just sight?
Well, I don't know about you, but my sense of smell says it's hard to surprise me because of my
I'll say smell.
advanced sense of smell. So
Same
yeah.
here. So 6.
If it's here,
15.
You smell something off. You have no idea what's going on.
Mom seatbelt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
What's wrong with you guys? Get moving, screams Flippity Pidge.
shh, don't you smell that?
It smells like
Oh
victory.
shit, it's... And he gets an arrow through the throat. He's dead.
Oh no!
Flippity Pidge drops dead.
Piglet!
3 arrows go through his throat. More arrows start falling. What do you do?
Yikes.
Shield!
Yeah. Everybody hit the deck.
I take to the air.
Get away.
You take to the air?
Well,
Bad idea, man.
You take to the air.
I fly up!
fly away.
You fly away. Where are you flying? Which direction?
The opposite away from the arrows. Yeah.
Okay,
that
so
way.
you've flown off the map.
I can still hear. The world
But
still
you can
exists.
still hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So,
I will circle around.
Flippity Pidge's dead body is lying
Yeah.
there.
If everybody else has hit the ground, then I'm going to try to get over them.
Yeah.
I'm kind of correct.
Yeah, except maybe the platypus because he does have a shield.
So you're using your armored shield and he's using the shield.
Yes.
I'm using my
Yeah.
natural armor.
I don't think spikes are going to help with arrows. His carapace might.
Does it actually say
Nope.
it counts as armor?
It
It
does.
provides 1 point
Oh.
of natural armor. My
Well, there you go.
real.
So if you get hit, you have
Am
that.
I small enough to crawl up under his carapace?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
and his
allow it.
size big, and I'm
Making room.
Arching.
Suck
you know,
in.
you know what an armadillo does right before
Yeah.
it jumps out?
Yeah, that thing.
yeah.
That's what Bill's doing.
So I'm
Turns
gonna
out
crawl
in a
under
world
his
without
carapace.
cars, that works a lot better.
So I'm going to crawl up under his carapace.
Realize I should have my badge affixed to my shield. Stop! In the name of the right ones!
How you doing?
Okay, so anybody looking around? Or are you going to
I'm
traverse?
kind of peek, like I'm curled, but I'm like peeking.
Doing another perception to see if I can smell them, but outside of my shield to get a beat on them.
Okay.
So come on, don't roll like crap.
Oh, somewhat.
All right, that's gonna be 10.
Okay, so you can smell.
Oh, wait a second. I rolled a natural 12. That gave me a thing. Well, okay, so I leaped to my friend's aid anyway, which was virtue.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were going with.
Man, I don't know. What do all the letters mean after that anyway?
Oh, that's for leveling up. Ignore
Oh.
that. So you only are operating with A for the barbarian. And you're operating on B. for the
So,
druid.
right, okay. So the fact that it's,
That's what I was trying to explain to Ross at the beginning.
yeah, okay. The fact that it's tabbed in it under that is just bad copy editing.
Oh, when I took damage, I apologize. Since I had an armor medium, would that have defended me against any of the damage?
Nope.
Okay.
She was crazed.
Okay. So.
Make it so.
Sorry.
No, I was just wanting to make sure I would calculate that correctly. So
I'm just being a jerk with it.
So-
You take the damage.
that's okay. So
You got what on your smell?
10.
Okay. So you can smell one on each side within proximity of you.
One what, Sean?
Yeah. What do they smell like? Do they
Smell
What do they smell?
cat-like?
Ghost.
Cats.
Why are there cats?
T-I-double-ger. Fuck me.
Anybody else giving perceptions?
Guess I can use hearing or echolocation.
That was just enough to duck and
To
cut.
smell them to begin with?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I smelled them, but I couldn't identify them by the smell I smelled
You were
them
more
with?
concerned with covering your friends than
Which I'm
identifying
doing,
where
you
they
know.
were.
You can smell
Oh,
them.
no,
You
I
can
just
smell
want to know
again.
what. Not
Oh,
who.
no. You smell that they're a cat, maybe jagular? You thought those were mythical.
Dracula.
Yeah, they go, oh, and then drop on you.
Isn't 8 good enough for anything?
Kind of like drop
I'm
ears.
looking.
You're looking.
Yes.
You
That's not a
see
thing.
another...
No, in character.
Is that an arrow being pointed from that section?
Jump!
Jump!
I roll.
You roll?
Yes, I roll.
She's
Roll
leaving
where?
she is.
I roll towards the trees.
Okay, you're under the tree line.
Are they dense trees?
They're pretty dense,
Okay.
except for this pathway that's cut
Right.
out of them.
Right.
The pig is still bleeding in the middle of the road.
I thought he
Right.
died.
Yes,
Okay.
he's dead.
Bleeding and dead.
His
He was
heart's
shot
not
through the
done yet.
Okay.
through the neck with
And you're
3
the-
arrows.
And you're
Can I be
You can see that he's bleeding on his maps.
as a nimble one? Can I like kind
Oh,
of try to
that's
sneak up on
that's
this
Bob.
cat and get a better view on him?
Yes.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Sean's face says yeah.
Well, what I want to do is basically I was flying away, and then I was going to go in flying through the trees above them to get a sense of who they were.
How high up?
Like 50 feet up.
Okay, that's above the tree line.
Oh well, just at the near the top of the tree line. I don't know how tall the trees were.
Okay,
So I'm still in cover.
the trees are 20 feet tall.
Okay. So yeah, near the top, near the like in the
Okay.
upper canopy, basically.
Like 18 feet.
Yeah.
So-
I'm still in cover, but I'm
Where are you?
like on their side.
Which
above.
side?
Yeah,
These two?
Yeah. If I can,
Okay.
if I sense them, I mean, I assume I probably.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
All right.
You definitely sense them.
15,
So you
yeah.
can see not only these two,
Yeah.
but since you're slightly above the tree line, you spot
Oh no.
2 more. One which is way, way up the road. And is that an even larger one? Walking straight down the path. Really ballsy.
Okay.
Oh, let's show them the balloon.
Yeah, what about the balloon?
Maybe that'll stop them in their tracks.
Oh yeah, you still have the
We have a
balloon, don't
balloon,
you?
don't shoot!
Behold, it floats and you do not. We
So
all
many
float
things
down
that I
here,
expected
Georgie.
Aaron to do, other people are doing. They take a shot at the balloon. You need to give me a reflexes check
It's
to
a
see if you get the balloon out of the
balloon.
way in time.
I thought he was afraid of the balloon.
He is, but not their minions.
12. You got a perfect score, so you actually crit save the balloon. It's perfect.
Balloon.
You managed to
That's so
shield it from a storm of arrows that started flying at
I
it.
managed to not
Bees
spike you
will
with your
block
own
out the
spikes.
sun.
So clearly, the balloon is not going to work against the jagulars, and whatever that thing down the path that Ross sees is.
Yeah.
So what are you all doing?
I think it's time to try to talk to them.
People are still under me, so
If
Well, I'm
you
over
could
here.
get out and try.
holding my ground.
Okay, I'm gonna
Fear.
scurry out.
Into the woods.
Yeah,
Which side? Left or right?
I'll go the opposite of Anne, so I'll go into the trees over here.
Okay, so
I'm gonna climb up a tree.
so what are you doing?
Just that for now. I'm
Okay.
I'm leaving where the arrows are flying.
You have a really good sight on one of the jagulars, and he does not see you, so you can have a surprise attack if you would like,
With my dagger?
which can also be a thrown weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. Fighting styles that involve disarming yourself.
Yeah.
She's got more than one. It's fine.
How many do I have?
3.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, do I want to kill them?
Did I not write that on there?
I don't really want to hurt
Don't
them.
we lose harmony?
Yep,
by
we did.
hurting people?
Well, they already killed Flippity Pids, so clearly they're not friendly.
They're in disharmony or just dire at
They're
this point. so-
probably dire.
Okay, fine.
So
I
we're
will
still
throw
gonna
my
lose
knife.
stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the intent of the system that you have to kill these things so they don't kill you, but you must feel mechanical angst about it.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna throw one of my bronze daggers as I am clinging to the tree at the cat
Are you
thing
tipping
that
it with
I can
anything?
see. Sure, poison stuff.
Well said.
Okay.
I'll tip it with Digitalis, like a huge dose that would kill a cat dead.
Okay, so
Send it
if
into
you succeed
cardiac
on your
arrest.
attack, you can add an additional 1d6 to your damage on top of the bonus you'd already get.
Okay.
But you have to
So it'd
succeed
be,
on the attack.
I got a 5. Do I add anything to that?
Do you have shoot or fight?
Shoot or fight? No.
I'll give you a +2 because it was a surprise, so you just make it.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I roll a d4 plus a d6.
Plus a d6.
Okay, so the d4 is a 3,
3.
and the d6 is a 5.
And then another
And
d6.
another d6, poison, is a 6.
14.
So 14.
14. So, yeah, you hit him real good.
Dead cat
He's
is
having
dead.
a bad day. He is not dead, but he does fall
Right.
out of the trees. So he drops
Does
here.
it fall at least 10 feet?
Thank you, Ross.
He does fall 10 feet. He falls exactly 10 feet. So, and dies.
Thank you so much,
So
Ross.
you have killed.
I've killed. I take disharmony.
Actually, the
can't believe
falling
I
is what
just did.
killed him.
That's right. I didn't
only
kill him.
injured him.
I did not kill him.
Semantics.
Yeah, and you've already said that proximal causes don't count, only direct
Right.
causes.
Okay. So you will only get bloodshed because you did see blood come out of the dagger wound as it went in.
Right.
Weird.
But
And-
when I hit him, I say, he'll be fine. It's just a flesh wound.
You can tell it was a sentient creature. So
At least it
4
was using
plus
a bow.
2 is 6 disharmony.
All right. I'm back down to 8 again.
So one of them is dead. Good job. You killed a jaguar.
I
So
am
what are the rest of you
gecko.
doing?
I guess I'll try to hit him.
Okay.
Do I see him?
Are you walking up?
I'm sneaking.
So, since his attention is drawn to the fact that one of his comrades just fell and died, it's like, well, Bob wasn't that drunk last night at the party. What the hell's going on? So he's distracted. You can
Not
get
too close. I want to shoot him with my bow.
you can get a surprise attack then.
Actually, it says that you make a will save after the fight to determine if you lose harmony.
Okay.
I
Make a
just
willpower save.
Well, it's
After the fight. So
Because
it's not per.
Yeah, so it's like, because then that's when you determine if it's bloodshed or killing at the end of the fight. Let's see, your willpower saves for harmony are made after the fight, so it's possible to mitigate the loss by doing things like fighting to subdue and thus avoiding bloodshed. How these values apply is up to the narrator. You know, this is page 190.
I will say that was a mini fight. Go ahead and
Okay.
make your willpower save.
Alright.
Since it was a surprise.
7.
Let's see here.
What type? Was it challenging?
That's what I'm looking for. Losing harmony. Harmony saves. Narrator should first roll the die to indicate for the source. It's actually randomly generated what the difficulty is. That's kind of weird.
What?
In order to determine the difficulty of the willpower save to resist disharmony, the narrator should first roll the dice indicated for the source of disharmony. For the source of disharmony. So, God, that's kind of... It would probably be... Let's see.
Anybody have a record scratch handy?
God, yeah, this is just ridiculous. It's just not a fixed thing. It's like a variable based on what you're trying to do. So...
I'm protecting my friends, which means
Yeah.
harmony.
Are you sure you're looking in the fighting? And
189, losing harmony.
Sorry, listeners.
Yeah.
Mechanics are hard.
We're learning a new game today.
You always get a willpower save to resist harmony loss.
Oh, it was a challenging one.
Okay.
Oh, so we're supposed to
So you
roll
needed
will
to
to make
make
sure.
8. So you still lost.
Oh, okay. It's
Better.
it's based on how much you're losing. So the more harmony you're losing, the harder it is to resist it.
Yeah.
So I
That makes
misinterpreted it. So,
Yeah. So
So I had to roll 8. I rolled 7.
You rolled 7.
I don't have anything to add
No.
to my basic roll, so yeah, I do not make it.
So you
Still
lose a
lost.
6.
I lose them.
So now we have another mini fight because you get a surprise action against this one. I'm going to do these as mini fights until a full-on engagement is gone.
8.
You hit. Roll damage with 1d4 plus 1d6. 5. Okay, so... Ow.
Uh-huh.
And he looks at you. So there's a cat staring at
I
you
curl in a
now.
little ball.
Good
Because I'm
job.
scared.
So now they're all alerted.
Wait, didn't they already know we were there? They were shooting
They
at
didn't
me.
know where you were. They know where
They
one
were
of
just
you is
blindly
now.
shooting
Well,
at
you
us?
went into
Yeah.
cover. That's
What?
why they know where you are.
Oh, you mean they all know that I'm in the woods now?
Well, they know where you went to
You
dive.
guys went off into the woods, and so
Yeah.
did the bat. So they didn't know exactly where you two were. They've been focusing their attention on
The two that they
platypus
can
and the
see.
armadillo, and now they know where you are.
Uh-oh.
So
Do they don't know where I am though.
no, they still don't know where
Yeah,
you are.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this is now, unless Ross wants to conduct a surprise action.
Oh, do I have to roll for harmony now?
Yep. Well, no. Yeah.
You said it was a mini fight, like
a mini
mine.
fight. So
She's
you're fine.
So since they still don't know where I am, I could move again and get another surprise attack on this guy, right? Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do.
So
I'm gonna
we'll-
scurry. No.
Well, I know. No, I do want to do a
Rest
surprise.
of-
We're gonna let Ross
Alright.
do something, and then we'll just move into normal combat. But they won't see you.
Okay.
So
You can still conduct a surprise action
Okay.
at the end of a round
Got it.
because you're still hidden.
Yeah.
They're just gonna assume that it was the hedgehog and these two somehow that are
Yeah.
causing problems.
Magic.
Right.
So Ross, would you like to conduct a surprise action against one of them?
yeah, I will. Bill, I guess you're going to be charging into melee with them and attacking them, or not?
They're in the trees.
Okay.
They're 10 feet up in the trees. There's
Okay.
only
Yeah, I'm not
one
really-
on the path, way the hell down there,
Okay.
and he's big.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, one of the things I can do is Radiant Harmony, which causes you to glow, and any unnatural creatures have to roll a 6 or better just to attack you or get close to you. So
Okay.
you could run up and, like, basically push them off.
Sure, you can
Push-
engage the big one.
I'm not. No, I can do it on a target like, of my choice.
I know.
So-
Sure, you can engage the big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Like at what radius does that keep them from
It
coming
doesn't.
in closer?
It says it's a target glows with a light that is painful to unnatural and dire creatures. They hesitate to approach, and if they do, they
It's
must
all
succeed
ranges.
on a 6 or better on a D12 to attack. So I could do that on you or Aaron.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't really do much of anything useful about the ones in the trees.
Yeah.
What I'm probably going to do is run up and take cover behind the
You
pig's
could start
corpse.
chopping down the tree.
What?
Why would
Huge
that seem
axe?
I do, but
Why would
No.
you do that?
that, yeah. In addition to taking forever,
Yeah. I will.
I know, I'll stop defending myself and take 3 arrows around to try to knock down the tree.
I didn't say it was a
One of them.
good suggestion. I
Good.
just said it was a suggestion.
Well, I could just do it to Aaron. So.
Well, no, I mean, totally do it to me.
But you know what I could do? I could do it on his corpse. That'll give you guys some cover that
Yeah,
they would
okay.
have a hard time.
I mean, okay, I'm saying if you want to do it on me,
Okay.
that's fine, because I'm going to run up, take cover.
Yeah.
They still can't attack.
Okay, I'll do it on you.
And I have another thing. Yeah, by the by, once no one was under me,
Yeah.
I would want to move,
Yes.
as long as that's cool. So I'm going to do that thing I said, and move up and take cover behind Liberty Pig's corpse.
I will say that adds
Oh,
2 to your defense.
Okay?
So your defense is now 6.
Uh-huh. And then I'm going to curl to make it 9.
Fair enough.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
So what does that do to the dire?
Basically, all right. So I cast it. I make my will save. I fail. So I will take D4 plus 2.
Disharmony?
Disharmony. Yeah. 1 plus 2, 3, 4, so that's 9. But basically, all right, he glows with a light that is painful to natural and dire creatures. They hesitate to approach, and they must succeed on a D12 roll, 6 or better, to attack him.
Okay, so these two then, we're going to go into combat. Go ahead and everybody roll initiatives, because mine's already determined for these guys.
Yeah. So just a D12.
Add your speed.
Speed. Okay.
And somebody want to write that
Yeah.
down?
Yeah, I got it. So.
Here. Have a marker.
Okay.
Here's the cheat. Have a trophy.
Blue. Probably work better. So Bill has
7, Melissa,
14.
Ross,
15.
Aaron.
7.
9.
and my guys are acting on 10. The big one is not in the fray.
Right.
He's the
Yes.
general in the back.
So are all these considered dyers?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
But
Aaron, what's your speed?
My speed?
Aaron.
4.
Okay.
did you add that in?
Yes, I did. So.
Yeah. No, I was just checking because then probably it goes to the constant instead of the variable.
I will say,
it goes
though-
first out of times.
If you charge at something, your defense goes to half while you're charging. It works like Cthulhu does on that.
Okay.
If you're charging at the guy with the gun, your defense is lower.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So 15 is the highest.
Yep.
So that's Ross.
So Ross.
Your surprise action was the pointy light, which
Yeah, Radiant Harmony.
remind me what that does again when we get to the
They hesitate
jagulars.
to move any closer to.
And they have to get a 6 or better on a D12 to even attack him.
Okay.
So they can't even shoot him unless they try to attack him. They could just fail because they can't look
Yeah.
at the light.
Brains is precious.
I guess I will take a perch up on a tree somewhere above and shoot my bow.
At which one?
The one that was wounded.
That would be this one. So you're shooting across the way. Range is not a thing.
Yeah.
You're perched 10 feet higher than this jagular.
Yeah.
So 20 feet total.
20 feet total. You're aiming down, so...
Yeah.
But range doesn't matter in this game.
Which is kind of tilting. Nope, missed.
What is it?
Just a 2.
Yeah, that's a miss. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Next.
I
think it's me.
Melissa.
Yeah, so I'm going to sneak up on the one over. This is not a one, right? That's you.
No, that's Ross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm going to sneak up and climb a tree to be right about here-ish,
Okay.
and then throw a dagger at this guy.
Being with the digitalis.
Same deal. Second verse.
Okay. Go
Second-
ahead and
second
roll,
verse, same as the
but
first.
give me a second to tell you how it went.
Okay.
Because I dropped the
So
book.
I roll a 9.
A 9 will hit.
Okay. So I'm going to roll a d4 and then 2 d6s for
Yep.
the damage. So I've got 3. Meow. +1. +1. That's really sad.
5.
So 5. He's in the exact same state as this one. They're both 5 hit points down.
Okay.
So they're not that hurt, and now he sees you.
But I'm clinging on the other side of the tree.
You can't do that and throw.
You can't hit somebody.
Okay.
And then somebody want to look up, let's see, the poisoning as a condition, since she poisoned him with digitalis.
Right.
Let's see.
Meanwhile, it's your move, Sean.
Okay, so these two are going to quickly make rolls to see if they can attack Bill. So one of them can't. One of them can.
They had to get
or-
higher than a 6, didn't they?
Is it higher than a 6 or 6 or better? 6 plus or 6 more than 6?
They have to get a 6+ to.
So 6 or more.
Yeah.
So now that gives him the right to roll to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he still might not hit you.
Yeah.
Because your defense is at like 9.
9.
So now he's going to add his +2 to shoot.
Nope.
He shoots wide. Another arrow goes into the pig.
That's what it's there for.
So that one misses.
Thank you,
That one didn't
David.
get to act. This one's going to take a shot at Anne.
Oh, by the way, my defense is increased by 3 because remember I curled up.
Yes. So your
Or
defense.
do I not get to? Could that have been my previous action, or did I not get to do that
That is an action. So you would have to take it
on my next turn?
on your next turn. So you are not at that. Your defense is 6. +2. He hits.
I do have +1 armor.
So his bow is not quite as effective as y'all's. Rolls a d8, so that's just 2 damage.
Okay.
That's good.
And then that's his action.
Okay. So that's
Um,
the 3 of them.
They're the only ones engaged in combat. The other 2 are too far away.
Okay.
For
And they're
now.
not moving or doing
They're not
anything?
moving. They're standing pat.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
next,
Anne.
you want to curl or shoot?
Curl and shoot. Shoot.
Well, if I shoot, I might be able to get rid of them. So I'll do that.
No.
Okay,
So 9.
that hits. That so hits. 7. So
12.
Wait, no, he was already at 15.
5. I thought he was at 5. Okay, my bad. He's
Yeah.
at 27.
Oh, 12 damage. Never mind. I'm working it backwards. Yeah. So he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
So he's hurting. Good job. You see blood. We'll deal with that later.
Remember that.
We'll deal with that at the end of the fight. Who's next?
I
Aaron?
am.
Or Bill?
My bonus is higher, so that's probably
Okay.
a tie break. So I'm pretty much going to stay curled. I'm going to sneak out one arm and grab those maps you were talking about.
Good job. Good man. You grab the maps.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No. My defense is now 10. Stand your ground.
Good call.
I'm from Florida.
Make a temporary note of that next to you. Just put 10 next to B, so I remember. Okay.
By the way, the only thing I can find about poison is I'm looking at the monsters. There's nothing in the healer thing about it.
It should be under fight.
Oh, okay, fighting. All right, I'll look for that.
Incomprehensive
let's
indexing, Aaron.
I'll wait for them to go.
Okay, so the ones that are poisoned, which is one of them, it didn't matter because he was the one that missed anyway.
Right.
But he will have a negative modifier to his attack rolls
Neat.
of, I'm going to say, -1. So,
Yes.
I marked him as poisoned.
yes. Thank
Paper
you.
clipped.
Good call.
Aaron, what you doing?
Let's see.
You're
is
here.
Oh, I thought it was right here. Oh no, that's
No,
Bill.
I
So that's good. That was there.
Bill's
So
the battle axe.
okay. So
Like you do.
let's see. Which one of these has taken the?
Well, that's Anne.
Okay, thanks.
This one's taken a lot of damage.
Don't
This
shoot
one's
her.
poisoned and damaged. This one's taken nothing.
Okay,
But is currently cowering at the bright light that is Bill.
but I'm guessing I can only move 4 spaces, probably. So
What's your speed?
4. So yeah, my current speech is 4. So
Okay.
So I will go ahead and move in range of this guy, and
He is 10 feet up in the tree.
and will be a separate action to climb up to get to him.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. So for this one, so it
He
will.
sees you.
Will that?
Weird.
So do I need to make a roll to climb up, or
That'll be next round.
next turn? Okay, so I'm good.
For poison, it doesn't. It just says the mechanic. They have to make a fortitude save or suffer whatever the poison does. So it depends on what it does. But they have to
And
make a
they're
fortitude
really
save.
I'm going to say that it does a negative
Well, there's
one.
variable types of poison.
Oh.
So
I'm going to
it's
say
like
it does a
D&D.
negative
Yeah.
1 hit point
Okay.
at the start of the round.
Okay.
So when we get back to the top,
continues to take damage every time.
he
Okay.
will at the top of the round. So are we back to the top of the round?
Yes.
We are. So fortitude roll. I'm going to say 11 makes it. He doesn't take the damage, but
Okay.
he is still poisoned.
Okay.
So, yeah, then it's Ross.
I'll try again.
Against the poisoned one?
Yeah. And a 6, I guess, misses.
Yes.
Alright.
Are you adding your shoot?
Well, okay, that's the thing. I looked at the profession thing, and it says you actually do start with the profession A of both your classes when you start your character. So I would get the rogue +1 shoot, so that would make it a 7. So
Okay. So in character creation, it didn't have that. It's built up.
it's the B. It's like what order you get the B. Like at every level you get like
Poorly
professional
written
one.
book.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I would get a 7 with my rogue bonus.
You hit.
All right.
As we've all been noting.
Yes. So a bow does a D6.
Fun system, poorly written.
Yeah. So is it just a D6 for bronze or
What? You're shooting with a bow.
bow
right?
with bronze arrows, as you said?
So that's a D4 plus a D6.
Okay. Where is it?
That's the same as Anne.
5.
So 5 against
The
that one.
poisoned one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this guy?
Yeah.
Alright. So
10.
Melissa?
I'm gonna throw my last dagger at him. And I get a 7.
Oh.
So I hit him. And so, once again, tipped in poison, so that is 2, plus 3, plus 5.
So 10. He's at 20.
He's dead.
Okay.
You killed him.
Oh.
Make a note of that.
I feel a little
In your
sad.
copy book.
You're a murder machine with those daggers.
That's all
So-
I have left. Again,
You can scamper around on your side.
that's true.
get
I
him
can,
back
I
now.
can go pick him up, right? After
Yeah,
the
you can
fact.
start picking up the daggers, but you killed the creature, and we're going to have to deal with that.
We
Not
will.
just bloodshed.
No, I know.
Okay.
Make it rid of 2.
Next, I guess that's my guys.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay, so this one sees the freaky looking creature that waddled up to the pole, the tree,
Weird.
and decides, well, that looks like a nice target. So he's going to roll,
Okay.
adding 2 to shoot, so he gets 9.
Okay.
What's that?
Would that be my defense is 6? So.
Yeah, you get hit.
So I didn't know if that hit threshold or not. So okay.
Okay, so he's going to roll a d8 for damage. He gets a 3.
Okay.
Do you have any armor?
It says medium armor on the back.
Which is
That
worth
absorbs
what?
2.
Okay.
2 points. Okay.
Oh no, 4 points, isn't it?
Medium check on there. So it's
Record scratch.
Armor, medium, made from provides 3 points of protection per hit.
Oh, so
It takes
0.
none.
The arrow pings off your big platypusy chest.
Phrasing.
Okay.
I'm proud.
And then my other one will look to see if he can attack Bill again. He's going to roll. He
That's a big
cannot.
old nope.
He's still cowering in fear. In fact, he's cowering in so much fear, he decides he's going to start jumping through the trees away.
But you have to bring those out.
So, okay, and
Now you
then
can take
all of
it
a
away.
sudden you hear a shout from the woods.
Shout from the
Up ahead in the path.
A shout?
Lay down your weapons, men. Lay them down. They have shown great honor. So, fight is over. Melissa, make your willpower save
Yeah.
for killing.
10.
Okay.
I feel fine.
And
11.
you are
My
fine.
bloodshed.
I failed. I caused bloodshed, so.
Okay, so 6 points of harmony loss. Bloodshed plus it was a unawakened creature.
Okay.
Can I possibly get one for defending my friends?
What did you fail?
I didn't run because I didn't kill anybody.
Oh,
I just defended when I shielded somebody.
nah.
Bullshit.
So, fight is over. The tiger, well, you think it's a tiger. It's bright, orange, big.
Is it burning?
Damn it, you got
His
too
last name
frightened.
actually is Burning Bright. Stalker Burning Bright.
But it's daytime.
You asked
That's the
for it.
forest part.
It's dark in the woods.
But it's the
daylight.
darkness of the daytime, not the darkness of the night.
What are you doing, Bill?
Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night.
If anybody was going to do that, it would be him.
Wouldn't it just?
Okay, so he starts straddling up.
Straddling.
What?
Wow.
He's straddling.
He's a little bit direct.
That's forward. Well, he is a large male cat.
Yeah.
And mine now. And that's mine. Mine too. Nice car you got there. Mine.
Yeah. He's. Oh well. We just watched Roar. So.
Friends, you have shown great prowess with your weapons, unlike the weak, fleshy pig.
Barbecue
Those
tonight.
are friends.
He
don't know whether
picks
to be-
Flibbity Pidge's body.
I thought you used to be friends.
You want to roll a perception check to see if he's a dire, or do you
yes.
just want to...
Natural 12. So.
Yep, he's a dire.
Yeah.
Let's see how much you
Oh,
take.
no way.
Okay.
And I'm going to say all of you can tell.
What?
Okay. Well, that's.
So you're going to
didn't
string
do a
us all up
passport.
based on Ross's choice.
Yeah. Unless
Ross-
Ross tells us.
Ross can tell 3.
Okay.
Ross can choose to not tell us.
I'm in
Disharmony.
Discord.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at what Discord does for the listeners.
And now we bring you selected readings from the rule book.
No, it's if I roll 1 on anything, it's really bad. So.
Well,
You don't roll one.
1, you crit fail. 1
Yeah.
for an attack. You not only miss, but your opponent receives a free attack.
Yep.
That's it. It's not that bad.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone would realize he's dire anyway, because he, led a group of murderous bandits kill our,
Yeah, I bet our dire senses are tingling.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll perceptions.
Everyone?
Yep. Anybody who makes more than 6 or more can tell.
Oh, nope. I'm fine.
3. Blissfully ignorant.
You two,
Yep.
let's see what you lose. 4.
More
Yay.
harmony?
Yep.
Alas, poor Grace. I barely knew you.
Alright, so as I emerge from the woods here with my red balloon, by the way,
Go out
Does
in
he
the
react?
woods today.
He does not react to the balloon at all.
Okay.
I hate a balloon.
I thought we didn't know who hated the balloon.
Yeah, we know someone hates
Or the balloon could just be a giant floating target.
Or a giant red herring.
Yeah. More likely that.
It's even
I still
right
like my
color.
balloon. It was really fun to rub on Ross's face.
Yeah.
Need a static electricity based solution to this game.
What are you doing about the big cat in front of you?
The one that
he's
just talked
talking
to
to
us?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
so
We were trying to go to the stones.
The spires?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go there?
For the
We're looking for the missing
Yeah, I know.
Apians.
Oh. I know where they are.
Where are they?
They're in the Glutton's Fortress.
In where's the Glutton's Fortress?
I don't think I can tell you that.
Why is that?
Unless you're willing to be part of his guard.
Are you allied to him?
Why, yes, I am the strongest and the best warrior. I am the only one that can defeat everyone. You brought it on yourself, Bill, with
Yeah.
the woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
But you work for him.
Not work so much as a partnership.
Is that what he told you?
Did he simply kidnap all or take all the bees, Apians, so he could make more honey for himself?
No, he wants to share the goodness with the entire world.
Well, we need them to pollinate the crops so we don't starve in the winter. You can't live on honey alone.
Man cannot live on honey alone.
True. Meat makes a good substitute for crops.
Some of us are not
Every time
really
you say something vaguely ominous, I'm
gastronomically-
gonna do that.
I eat
prepared
krill.
for such things.
Krill. What?
I'm sure they don't. I just am blind.
I don't think
This is our friend Non Sequitur the Platypus.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
take us to him. We will
go
like
talk to him.
Yeah. We want to hear more. I'm intrigued by your ideas. I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter.
That took an unexpected turn.
I don't think.
Did it
No,
really?
actually it did. That is not where I saw that going,
Yeah.
but that is fine.
We're not going
Oh,
to
you know
attack
what the
him.
plot is? Oh, yeah, no, take us to it.
We only got like no days left anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're
Because
on.
this is the end of day 6. Yeah.
Yeah, we're aware.
Where we're
Bill could have looked at the maps.
We don't know where they.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
gee, there was a giant tiger in
No, I
front of
know.
us.
Well, there was nothing on the maps labeled Glutton Fortress. Was there? I feel that would have been a clue, and maybe we should.
Or is
go
it,
to Glutton
is it kind of
Fortress?
scratched out in Mr. Sanders' Fordo Doom?
Yeah.
How do you know what's above the what's above his door?
Saunders.
Saunders, sorry. Mr. Saunders.
Okay, so I guess you're following the tiger.
Yes.
You make a rest stop near the spires to sleep for the night.
Can I perform any rituals?
There is a lot of yarrow in the spires.
Can I take some samples?
There's also a bird
Okay.
sitting on top of the tallest spire.
Is it a songbird?
It is a songbird.
I want to talk to it.
A red-breasted robin.
I will fly up and talk to you.
Balloon! Take the balloon!
What?
Do you want the balloon?
Sure, I'll take the balloon up to see.
So you're doing that while everyone sleeps?
Is it taking that long? Like,
No, I'm just
Yeah.
assessing
Why
what
can't we be
everyone's
awake?
doing.
yeah.
Because you made camp for the night. Everyone's sleeping.
Okay, so I
Already?
don't see him.
Well, I mean, we're going to sit around and have dinner.
I'll wake everyone up. It's like, there's that bird. Hold on, I'm gonna go check it out. Cover me. Or not. I don't know how you could anyway.
How tall is the spire?
Check this out.
The spire is 15 feet tall.
Yeah. Hold my beer.
I'll be right back. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, drink my beer.
Basically. So I will fly up and introduce myself to the bird with the balloon in tied, I guess, to see if he reacts to it.
Is this your balloon?
Okay,
Yeah. Is this your balloon?
so I need a fortitude check to
Okay.
make sure, since I'm guessing you're attaching a rock to it. If you're not,
Yeah, no.
Well, he could tie it to himself.
his
and then it
leg,
actually
yeah.
no,
hold
if he's
his leg.
tying it to himself, that's going to be a much harder fortitude check.
I would be pulled up too much.
Yeah.
The Lord is lifted away.
No, 1, and that's disastrous.
Oh, damn.
So,
Yeah.
You fall 10 feet. 1d6 hit point
All right.
damage.
2 points of damage.
Could have lost the balloon.
No, you still have the balloon.
Okay.
I'm not that cool.
Which may not even be important.
You're right, it could just be a red herring. So it's going to a red bird. Damn you, we fall in that trail.
Can I try again, or can I get up there?
You can try again.
All right.
Everybody's still sleeping.
I will wake them up. I get an 8 this time.
You make it.
Okay.
Neat.
I am waking everybody up. Everyone is like,
No.
yeah.
Including Stalker and
No,
his
no,
gang?
I'm waking my friends up, not them. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to wake up the dire tiger that wants to eat meat.
So what are the ones who are stuck on the ground doing?
Just watching.
Yeah. See how this plays out.
Can we climb
Holding
up
his
the
beer.
rocks?
Any of
Is
you
it like a
climb?
sheer rock face?
Yeah, cling. I could.
I don't know.
I
You
swim.
can.
That's like climb in
No.
water.
Yeah.
Well, let's say you can go ahead and
Yeah, you're-
give me a fortitude check
No,
to
but
see if
you
you
don't
can
have to
climb
do
up.
that. I was just curious.
If you want to. You don't have to.
I'll climb up like halfway just to be nearby in case doom.
Sure.
But when you're only halfway up, you move it up,
Up
or
or
down.
down. 4.
No. You're
I'm
tired.
Yeah.
A little shaken.
There's a lot of murder today.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't fail your check to climb down, because if you do, then you'll float off into space.
Well, I will go.
flexors
So
are
I will
not
go
This
to
isn't
the bird.
palladium.
Every game
So
is
is this
palladium.
your balloon? Balloon.
All of a sudden, there's a bright light,
Yeah.
Big sound.
and all of a sudden, a titan is sitting on top of the spire.
Okay.
And he says, "Why, yes, it is.
Do I have to make any kind of save to be like, oh god? Don't kill
Is it actually as a man or as a boy? Sorry,
It's a
Maggie.
man.
It's all Titan.
It's been 15 years, Aaron.
We don't know.
What's it?
It's the
a man.
weird. It's the weird god.
It's a man.
Okay, that's. I don't know.
You have good balance.
Good job on dexterity.
Magic, he
Okay.
says.
He says.
But go ahead and give me a willpower.
Wizard.
Alright.
As long as you don't crit fail,
9.
you're fine.
Okay.
You don't lose harmony for talking to a Titan.
Alright. Yeah, we're trying to get the apians back so, we don't starve in winter because of pollination of crops.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Winchester's devisings have resulted in some negative effects.
You're aware, so Winchester's the one behind this.
Yes,
They're
unfortunately. We were once the best of friends, but then the maelstrom, I was thrown into a pocket dimension.
Your species
I
died.
just now got back.
Yeah.
The Bright Ones spared me because I was innocent, apparently.
Wibbly wobbly, etc.
But I'm not going to bore you with the details.
Too late.
But suffice it to say, I had left my balloon behind, hoping it would keep his sanity in check.
Well, we had this with the owl had it.
So clearly, Winnie wants nothing to do with it.
No. Winnie does not.
Sad.
We want to, we just want the apians back so, we don't have to resort to eating meat again. That would be bad.
Oh yeah,
I do miss a good steak, but I guess the peanuts are just as good for protein.
Yeah. Can we don't want to have to fight him or anything. Is there any way we could resolve this peacefully?
Well, maybe not peacefully, but cleverly.
Okay.
We'll see. Let me see the balloon.
Yeah, no, here. Ugh. It's tied to a stick.
Bing, bang, boom, abracadabra. It says, this will glow when the time is right. And only when the time is right. And then, at that point, bop it into Winchester's face.
Bop it.
Okay.
Bop it.
It's a technical term.
Not
Bop
twist it, not
Not
smack
pull
it, not pull it. Bop it.
done.
Yes.
So
Okay.
the answer to this riddle is to bop a balloon in a bear's
But-
face.
At the right time.
Wait,
I had
in that case, it's
seen-
probably not a bop. It's
a quick
probably
time.
a
I've been
boop.
trying to keep an eye on Winchester since I got back.
Yeah.
And in his fortress, there are two very large machines. From what I can tell, one of them is dispensing this purple gas
Be the
that
fury.
smells very sweet.
Yeah. Oh, that's what.
Another one the bees are flying into. So they come to the yarrow here in the spires, and then they fly to his fortress. So you can just follow the bees to get back
Okay.
to his fortress. I would recommend not going with Stalker.
Okay.
He's definitely lost it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
I
he
found the
ever have
fur
it?
in the woods. That's messed up.
He
Yeah.
killed Kanga.
He
And Rue.
totally ate Kanga. I don't know where Rue is. I hope Rue got away, but if he did, he's traumatized.
Yeah. She's doing the Hunger Games. All right, we will just take our leave now.
Oh wait, does he know what HUNNY is?
Hormonally upgraded narcotic nectar of the yarrow.
Oh, well, of course. Clearly.
Why we didn't think of that?
Mother.
Suddenly so obvious.
It's as obvious as that scrunched up nose on your face.
It's,
Yeah.
that old chestnut.
That's
But-
really interesting. What?
The balloon should remind Winnie of the good old days.
Okay.
And remind him that his name is Winnie, not Winchester
It's full of
or the
helium.
Glut.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. What was your name again?
Just call me the ramen.
The ramen. Okay.
That's
We really appreciate it. I'll tell everybody that the Titans weren't all bad.
no.
helping him,
There's a
right?
few of us that were good,
Yeah.
and I'm not the only one that survived.
Uh-oh.
It's just I'm the only one in this region.
Stalker's the only one,
Stalker is a special one.
but he's the only one.
Well, okay. Well, we should get going now before they wake up.
Yes, I would highly recommend that. I can charm them to have them sleep a little bit longer to buy you some extra time.
Yeah, hit the snooze button. Thank you. Flap, flap, flap. I go. We should go. We go. We have a magic balloon now. Balloon. It will help us fight the balloon.
Yes, stars and horseshoes.
We get to bop it on his nose when it glows.
So, the Lords of the Dreamtime. Let's
Yes,
go.
the bright one. So yes, we head off to the. I guess it is the spire, and we follow the bees to the fortress.
Yep.
Okay, so you're at the spires.
Yeah.
Since you cast the spell on Stalker, they sleep well into the next day,
Neat.
which means you see the bees at dawn.
Yeah.
You follow them back. It's going to take you half a day to get there.
Okay.
So you're midway through the 8th day.
Well, we're doing our best. They're
Just saying.
There's short little legs here.
Yeah.
We have 2 days
We're
to
flying.
keep his
We're
nose.
flying.
And with that, we should probably take a quick break.
Okay.
So we can shuffle some things around on the table,
Okay.
and
We'll be right back. And
we're back.
Stereo.
That's not your thing.
Yes, Sean.
And understands the rules.
Ross is supposed to say it.
We live in a society with rules.
Do a Patreon game, then you can
Harmony.
do all that.
Yeah. Harmony. Oh man, we're so discordant now.
Okay, actually,
We never did our mantra thing. Or mantra thing.
while you were on the way,
Yeah.
since it's going to take you like half a day to get there, you can take a rest and
Okay.
do a
Oh, yeah.
little break. Do something
Get
He does in a
harmony
to
back.
get some
Yeah.
harmony back. But
Okay.
you need to role
Tell
play
me
for
what to
me
chant.
Okay.
what you're getting.
Okay.
What you're doing.
So there's 2 ones I can do. One gives me +6, and then one gives everyone else +3.
Can I do both of them?
Yes, we can. I assume we can do both. of them.
Neat.
I know there's like a limit on
You can only maintain one spell.
Well, each one is a ritual, so I can do one, and depending on like the one that I do to heal myself only takes 30 minutes. It specifically says 30 minutes.
Okay.
So the other one it doesn't specifically say.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I assume it doesn't. It
It's
takes,
going to take you 12 hours to get there, so that's fine.
yeah. So for
Do the one for yourself first,
Okay.
and then the one for the group.
um,
So role play it out.
oh bright ones, please. I know I have screwed up. I am sorry. I feel like we are so close to helping everyone. I walk through the valley of the shadow of direness, but I shall fear not the unnatural.
This is the
Please.
strangest ritual ever.
Yeah. It's more of like a self-help kind of thing, motivational. Please let me continue and do the good works. I shall endeavor, even if a titan can be not dire, so can I. Please. So that would be it. I don't know. Fear is
Yeah,
the
you
mind.
role played it.
All right.
Now, what do you get back out of it?
I get 6.
Okay, so you are no longer in Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
So yeah, this one would be a group effort. We all have to chant.
While he's doing that, can we also meditate?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
in our own stance, so yeah.
I think it's one. I mean, you can't do them at the same time.
But
So
we can do
but
other
while
ones
you're doing
afterwards.
your half-hour thing. For
While you're
Oh, yeah,
doing,
We
yeah,
can get
you
like
guys
a
do
small
your meditate.
okay.
Yeah.
I call on the flower nobles.
Okay, aren't you at full harmony anyway?
No, remember we all had to take hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So what are you doing with the flower nobles?
I'm communing with them. I'm sniffing deeply of the different fragrances in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, drawing on their different strengths.
Let's see. Where are you doing that?
Where we are.
What's the environs?
We've just come out of the forest where we can see in the distance, because it's huge, the Glutton's fortress, but it's like over on the next hill. So
Okay.
like the forest breaks into an area of meadow, and there's a wind sweeping up the valley, bringing all the sweet scents of mostly yarrow, but also still some other things. And yarrow, there's worse things. It's an anticoagulant, so that's pretty cool.
3 harmony points.
Okay, is that net or of communing with nature more than a mile from a village or settlement grants you +3 harmony. Druid.
So 6.
All right. Queen.
The game makes it pretty easy to gain it back.
Yeah.
You lose it
Thankfully.
really quick. Yeah, no, it's a very.
You lose it fast, but you can regain it fast.
It's like-
There's a pretty
It's in
wild.
an outburger up in
this,
One fight and one spell like knocks it all out.
yeah, it's a
here.
pretty.
It's just
Yeah.
a cadence in and out.
Anne, what are you doing?
I am praying to the great pile one of the worms. May you remind me that though I may consume of the worms, I am but a worm in your presence.
I'm gonna give you 4 for that total, because that was good.
From your classes, do you have any?
I will actually go into a meditative state, my sword and shield before me reflecting the light, specifically since it gives me the colors, the reflected colors I need from the stars to imagine the dream time again. And as I enter that, I see the golden, I keep saying the golden ones, the bright ones, back in my native lands.
no-
That's like the various animals that surf within the dream time, and find myself relaxed.
So you're just giving yourself
4.
heat stroke?
4. Melissa, what are you doing to
We-
regain
we-
harmony?
I am also going to meditate, but I am going to do an herbal meditation. I gather 3 kinds of herbs, 1 for soul, 1 for heart, and 1 for spirit.
I'm so glad you said herbal meditation instead of herbal cleanse.
That's something else.
Raise
That
them.
uses different herbs. Yeah, so I'm going to gather up my lavender and my spearmint and my chamomile and put them in a little bunch and light them on fire and breathe.
I'll say 3.
Can you get more if we find a Bob Marley record?
Buffalo soldier.
But there's
Just way
cosmic,
slightly.
stopping the cosmic fish.
No, wait, sorry.
Stand up.
5, Melissa.
Oh,
5. I did the math wrong.
Stand up,
Can
stand for
after
your
that, can I
right.
also take one of my healing
Whichever
potions?
Yes, any and all healing potions you guys have, you can use them. If you've lost hit points.
I don't think I've
You
lost
lose 10
any.
harmony for using an unnatural magical item. No.
Get out! Harry Poop Water, get out!
Bear in mind,
It's
you
too
have 2.
Yeah.
They do, actually, you each have 3 because
Yeah.
a lot of
How
you
much do they heal each?
A D6.
1d6. You
Oh,
have to
1d6.
roll it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So Anne's at full after using 2, so she has 1 left.
And I'm full after using 1.
So you have 2 left.
We'll be back following these important
Melissa,
messages.
are you using
where?
healing potions?
I don't need to because I still have
Bill.
15.
Huh? I'm down 1 hit point.
Okay.
right now. I will be.
We are pausing while
6. Can I just
Ross
call you
takes an
back
important
when
phone call.
Well,
We return with part 53 of our ongoing series. It's
So-
like,
Yeah, he lives in town.
It's like-
We're watching movies tonight.
It's like-
I haven't watched them. Okay.
it's like, it's like,
It's like.
This is painful,
like-
so I'm just going to
it's
I'll
like.
definitely be.
While Ross is on the phone, I'm going to
Okay, no,
say
that works. I'll text him.
that the Titan told Ross
So.
about the 2 machines, and he told them that they were in the back, and that you might be able to access them through a window in the back
In the back.
of the fortress.
Fortress, okay.
So if you can work out the control panel, you might be able to shut down the machines,
Spanner in the works.
which would free the Appians. And you've been mixing up the antidote because you found some of the plants along the way
Naturally.
to Glutton's fortress. I'm going to say you did. I'm
I
just
did.
giving it to you. So you can pump that into the control mechanism.
Oh, pump the antidote into the right.
Right. If you can hack into it, which you're going to have to solve a puzzle to do.
Okay, we do that.
But first you have to get in there. I guess we're doing the harmony song of Ross the Bat.
Yeah.
A little
Well.
more harmony.
Oh yeah, the group ritual.
Everybody's
Oh,
boosted pretty high on harmony. though.
I could use 3 more, so that's.
Yeah, we're gonna
Listen
need.
needs a
Get great.
No, I don't. You've got 13 out of
Oh,
17.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're probably gonna take a hit because
Yeah, no, I'm happy to have
we're
more.
going.
Don't get
in-
me wrong.
Yeah. We're gonna take a hit from going into an unnatural layer anyway. So, in terms of the group chant, does anybody have any ideas for what that would be?
Schlemiesel. Schlema.
Maybe not.
Awesome Pepper Incorporated.
Wait.
I am tempted to look up Fear's the Mind Killer, but that might be a little grimdark.
I am one, we are one, we're all one with the light.
Yeah, there we go.
Who is John?
I am one, we are one, we are all one with
All
our
right,
light.
in unison.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wait, we already forgot what it was. I am one, we are one, we're all one with the light.
I am one, we are one, we are all one with the light.
Why are you making him go to church? Why are
What?
I am. It's a group chat. I am one.
We are one.
We are all
one with the light.
One more time.
I am
one. We are one. We are all one with the light.
There we go. Okay, so now what did they get, Ross?
Everyone gets +3 harmony.
Thanks, Dad.
Aren't you glad I took 3?
So, as you approach the Dyer's Lair, it's very obvious that this is a Dyer's Lair because you know it's a Dyer inside and everything is withered and dying. So, 12.
12 what?
Disharmony.
Will we get a will save?
Yeah, with that.
Make a will save against it.
Yeah.
But if you fail, alright, you're fine.
I fail.
I gotta know. Yeah, I make it.
I do not.
You two do not. The magic number was 8, so 12 disharmony.
Well,
Crap.
glad we chanted.
Yeah, that's.
Well, burn
I'm
it
down
down.
to 4. So what happens when you're at 4 or lower?
You're still
You're fine.
You're
It's
still
until
balanced.
negative.
It's 0 to
Oh,
negative
okay,
10
okay,
in the
okay.
Discord. You're
I
fine.
feel better then.
Everything's fine.
Once again,
Yeah, high is a
briefly
D12,
graceful,
so if
and
you roll
then-
12,
I
you
know.
can suffer D12. Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, some narrators may prefer to add a whole number to flatten the results, such as a D4 +2. This is perfectly acceptable, although care should be taken out to risk more harmony than...
Yeah, I'm not
Moving
adding
on.
a +2 to a D12.
Well, instead of...
No, it was,
Okay,
he
sorry.
was a smaller die. and
Looking
had
at
a-
this, if you were kind
Yeah.
of looking in the light of a childlike wonder and what we were like as
This is
kids,
also the boss
you're imagining
fight,
an evil,
Okay.
gone rogue Winnie the
So-
Pooh.
That's pretty terrible.
Ross
Like,
knows
disheartening.
about the window in the back that I was telling you all about
Yeah.
while Ross was on the phone. So, you guys could try to go around back and sneak in, hack into the machine, pump in the antidote, which Melissa's been brewing,
Oh god, it brewed.
or you could just go
gotta go
in with the bright red balloon and see if that works.
Do we want to split our forces?
Flying person
Or
and
you
climbing
could
person
split.
go in the back.
Right,
all
the
the
rest
rest
go
of
in
us
the front.
big damn
Who's
heroes.
taking the balloon?
The big damn heroes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, remember,
Also heroes.
if it glows, bop it on the nose.
Close, bop it on the nose.
Since I have most of my harmony,
That could have been the chant.
All together now.
what's your
No.
If it glows, bop it on the nose.
If the glove
Okay.
doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Whoa! Too soon.
Too soon. Okay,
Actually,
moving on.
the idea, if we want to take the three of us have the highest defenses, I think. So, Melissa and Ross can
I think
take
this
the
is
back
what
way.
Bill just said.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Never
Yeah, no.
mind.
The
Okay.
3 of you will go in the front door. Ross and I will go in the back door.
Okay.
So I have the
So
clicky
who's
and
going
he's got
where?
the- Ross and I.
We just discussed this twice.
No, which direction are you going?
Twice I say and done.
Okay, so as you get to the window, I need you to make a check.
What kind of check?
Sneaky check?
You don't have to because you fly. You, however, being a ground dweller, need to make a perception test.
Is it hearing? I could have warned her.
2.
Is it hearing based? Can I warn her? Can I warn her?
No.
Please? Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I tried.
okay, you fall into a heffalump trap.
A heffalump trap?
Oh,
Roll a
you
1d4.
Is that anything other than a pit?
It's just a small pit.
full of
I got a 4.
4
fine.
HP.
angry elephants.
Wait, how did she fall into a pit if she was climbing around
Climbing
the
on a
castle?
wall.
She's on
She
a
didn't
wall.
say she was climbing
No,
up.
we said
Certainly
no.
did.
That's
Climb
That's
on a
why.
wall.
That's why she is going.
I have cling.
Because she's a gecko.
We're not walking on the
We did
ground.
discuss this.
Fair enough. Okay, fine. You don't take it, but everyone else be prepared because there's more than one heffalump trap.
Okay.
Yes,
I
Ross
had
and I
a
are
vision
not
of
on the
a
ground.
future.
He is in the air. I am on the wall.
All right.
We're not going in stealthy anyway, so I go over here, cut down a tree, and strip it of its limbs.
Fortitude check.
So just to clarify, we don't have to make fortitude checks when we fight, but when we do anything else that's remotely physically exertionist,
Game is weird. You're fine.
okay.
No problem.
It was routine for
You've
you.
done this before.
Plus, you're chopping down a tree.
Yeah.
They're kind of big for an armadillo.
Depends on the tree.
Yeah, I mean, if this is scale to us, then
Okay,
They're
so
like, little trees. Baby
since
trees.
the pit covers this, and you're
Pit.
bridging.
spoilers. We knew that there was one, not
Yeah.
where there was. I was stripping it down to a 10-foot pole, well, to scale 10-foot pole.
So
to start
I'm just going to
blinding
say that you
attack.
already figured out where the pit was. You've laid the beam across it. Now I need reflex checks.
Or we
To
could
try
walk
to
around.
scurry across.
Is there a path around it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So what is to either side?
Very thick brush with spikes.
You could just
You
machete.
could,
it.
actually, if you want to drop, we can roll you around and create a path.
Through
If your-
spikes?
Well,
I will allow it.
well, if your armor can hold it.
Yeah,
I will
because
allow
I'm
it.
not moving. They're moving me.
Yeah, we're in front of it. Just brush it down.
So I'm
Problem
not
solving.
choosing to move, so obviously my stand ground would have to hit.
You're not staying in one place. You are being rolled.
But I'm not choosing to move.
But you're being resistant.
So,
you're
so,
not- you're
so
not
you would negate my
resisting
bonus
moving.
on the basis of an enemy trying to move me?
Let's see. Take 2 hit points for some spikes going to your carapace. That's it.
Okay,
Alright.
is that net of armor?
That's net of armor.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Okay.
A path around the pit. Destroyed
So,
by armadillo.
Problem solving.
Yep. You've made it around the pit. Now you're at the front door.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked. However, the ones at the back window, it is locked from the inside.
You said it's a window, though.
It's a barred window.
Oh, okay. I will use nimble
So are
fingers
the
to
bars.
try and
Yeah.
pick the lock.
You can reach in and
Yeah.
get to the lock because
Yeah.
it's bars, not a window.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and I'm small, so
Apparently, the
I
tree's
got
in a bad neighborhood now.
5. So yeah,
that doesn't even pass a routine one. Melissa,
Nope.
you want to try?
Well, I don't have nimble fingers, but I'm awfully small.
Just give it a try.
Okay.
Hey, you're clingy, so it should be easier.
I got a 3.
Clink.
Okay, so we'll come back to you guys in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Those of you at the
Are
front
there
door,
any novice spells that would work?
not pre-spells. I mean, they're kind of like.
we'll come back.
Well, so you have
I
the
novice
only spell
spells.
list.
Oh, okay.
Man,
Oh,
I
what class
Novice healer spells.
healers?
Okay.
Here we go.
So
Front door.
What's protocol and things like this? Do we
Is there a
knock
knocker
or
on the
just-
door?
What?
Is there a knocker on the door?
There's a sign over the door
What's it say?
and a rope.
A rope?
Oh, the rope is made out of a tail. Looks vaguely like a donkey's.
ER's 10.
Can I see the tack?
Yes.
I- What does the sign say?
Mr. Sanders.
Okay. Does tugging on the rope do anything?
Ding dong.
Okay. And then I'm gonna give it a flip and shake it loose and roll it up and put it in my back.
Good call.
Maybe it'll make ER happy.
So,
Well,
Let's
not push too hard.
Let's not get carried away.
enter? Question mark?
Why, yes, I will.
Thank you.
Delivery!
So,
Candygram for Mongo.
who's going in?
I'll go first.
We'll all go in as one group, just. We're delivering this.
Okay. So, you survey the room. You notice that there are indeed 2 machines in the back. There are 4 giant vats of honey that are level with the floor.
Are they the evil, addictive?
They are the evil addictive
Like you
honey.
could just like walk into them?
You could fall into them,
Okay.
so be careful.
You could become the Joker,
Resist the
Cairn.
urge
No,
to taste.
no jokers.
I was making. That's a off the cuff
You
joke.
notice that there are pipes above coming from the one machine, pumping it and dropping it into these pits in the floor. And then you see the other machine pumping a purple gas out through the roof.
Okay, are these represent the pipes? These
Yes.
lines?
So those are each 40 feet above and spewing honey into
This
the
is a
vats.
huge room.
It's 120 feet tall.
Is this a Titan building then?
It's just a really big ass tree.
Oh, it's a tree. Okay.
Keebler elves live inside.
Think
They did
It's a redwood.
until
hollowed
the
out,
purge.
really old, and dead.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
It's a big room.
And I'm assuming we see what's directly in front of us.
In front of you, to your horror, is a giant bear.
What kind of bear?
Yeah.
It's a yellow bear. You don't know anything about a yellow bear,
Species.
but he's wearing bright red armor, a breastplate to be specific.
Winnie.
We really need to teach you about pants.
And his girth is enormous. Like, more than you could possibly imagine.
Well, is this like pure
Late
muscle,
state
or is it?
Rando or Jabba the Hutt?
More like Jabba the Hutt.
All right.
So
So is he in place?
Yeah. The Jabba Hutt. Phil's wearing a shirt that has that thing.
No Hutt has ever been
So-
that happy.
Yeah.
you get the idea that he's probably not going to move very fast,
Ah,
Oh,
but he
good.
Hit
looked.
really hard when he does.
but he is going to hit hard when he does.
So
So,
this is going to be problematic.
You're fine. You
yeah.
guys got this.
But each of you need to give me a willpower save because it's so enormous and that's so out of keeping, and it looks like there's some pock marks and some boils.
Yuck.
It's just.
We
Ew.
need to let you
Weird
go.
drug honey, not great for
Sorry,
you.
Mike.
Anybody get below?
Aaron got a 7.
I guess
You're fine.
Okay.
Everybody's fine.
Go check out my new Tumblr, Faces of HUNNY.
Ooh.
Nobody loses
Honey
harmony
fandom.
from that. Okay, so you're in the room. He sees the balloon. He gets mad immediately, and he decides he's going to charge at one of you.
Can you
Shuffle,
so I can
really.
help you?
So
Trundle.
he makes a move forward.
He's not a rascal.
Is he a Walmart?
Go!
He comes within striking range of Aaron.
I haven't gotten to this round, so
Okay, and so Aaron, he is going to
You
take.
did knock on the door. You did ring the doorbell, so.
Right, but the balloon, angry.
Okay.
oh, am I carrying the balloon? Yeah, I must be carrying the balloon.
Who's carrying the balloon?
Not me or Melissa.
I'll say it's tied to my armor.
Okay, so it's you. He is going to claw you. That's going to hit,
Ow.
and it's going to.
Is that a 12?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's odd.
That's
Since
gonna
he's so
crit.
slow, does he have a chance to like put up his shield or anything?
Yeah, to bring up defense or
Or is the 12 just...
You do have a chance to throw up your shield.
dodge possibly. Or,
You are wearing armor.
yes, I am, and I have my. I forgot how much protection does the shield provide?
Is it a medium shield?
It wasn't written down. I have medium armor, but the shields.
Add to the armor.
Okay, so that'll be 6 total that it defends against.
Okay, so he's going to roll 2d4 and 1d6.
Shields. They add +1 to your defense.
Oh, so only +1.
Oh, so it's
only 5.
That's fine.
So he gets 9.
Okay, so I'll take 4 damage. So
And then he gets to swipe again. Because he has 2 claws.
he's a jerk.
So
You're
he
fine.
makes a roll with the other one. That's only a 5. What's your defense?
6.
That one misses.
Hit me
So
once.
that's round 1. And it goes to him. So now we're on round 2.
So,
But-
just to clarify, neither Anne nor I got to do anything in round 1.
It was his surprise attack, anger,
Wait.
fury.
So we were
It caught you
unable to
off
see
guard.
him coming.
He moved unnaturally fast because of the balloon.
It caught you off guard.
Yeah. So, and I only had a chance to defend. So,
Yeah. And
You
he went
didn't-
specifically for Aaron.
I'm guessing you didn't expect him to move that fast because, it was
So
size.
Ross and I can attempt to unlatch the lock
So
again.
break from that round
Yeah.
to you two.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go first.
So it's just bars. There's no glass or anything. We could just break and squeeze through, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And while he's hacking and slashing at Aaron,
Yeah.
he probably won't hear it if we, smash it.
I have a bow. I don't have much in the way
I
of
have a
smash.
quarterstaff.
I thought you were going to try to hack it anyway.
Couldn't you just try to pick the lock again like you did before?
I will do that.
If that doesn't work, then I'll quarterstaff it.
Natural 1. but I'm
Quarterstaff
not,
Yeah.
place coordinate
Luckily,
anymore.
you're not in Discord, but you're not in Grace either.
No.
Yeah, so
You
I'm,
try to pick it.
Oh, I
or
can't
whatever you're
quarterstaff
doing.
it.
There's no glass, just bars.
There's just bars. You could try to quarterstaff the lock, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What kind of lock is this?
It's metal.
It's a padlock.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna smack it then. I get a 7.
Okay, I'm going to say that hits. Roll
Good thing that's
2d4.
not moving.
2d4. So I get 6.
You break the lock.
Hooray!
The gate swings open, you guys move in.
Okay.
Scurrying.
So, I'm assuming you're going to the control panel.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, have a puzzle.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
All right, Ross.
And do you want to explain how these puzzles work?
You guys play Flow.
I think.
Here,
Was that
let
like
me
pipes,
show
or-
them.
I'm picking the puzzle.
Let me show them a simple puzzle so I can show them how it works.
Oh, we have to
Okay.
solve a physical
Give
problem.
them 2 after.
What?
It's
So,
puzzle
like-
too. Yeah.
You're connecting the dots, so when you touch the screen, you can move them around.
Yeah.
And then if you want to
Don't
undo
cross
it,
the streams.
you can just do like that.
Okay.
So
and you
you
have
guys-
to connect all of them and have every area closed. So you can't have like one square empty.
Okay.
You guys are working on that.
Okay.
Whichever one
Okay.
of you, I don't care. And now back to you.
Is it this level?
Oh, and if you want to erase everything, you can
Yeah.
push this button here.
Okay.
So, yeah, for listeners at home, they were doing a puzzle on the phablet. So,
It's a tablet.
Yeah, it's full of tab.
yeah, tablet.
Let me know when you
There's no
finally
font
get it.
features.
All right, now
Yeah.
back to round 2. Roll initiative.
All right. You done the plus?
No, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Add your speed.
Actually, I
We
like
did
your
it.
idea of
7.
going from the outer
So
edge.
who has the initiative pad?
Nice.
Who did it?
Where are you?
That.
Mine's
Love
at
bingo? Is that part of it?
So, what's your speed?
Oh, this is an ad.
All right.
5.
I got 7 over.
Perfect.
Nick, 5 moves.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys have already hacked into it.
Yeah.
I am awesome. Well, we are
Oh,
together.
7.
I like the. Yeah, I think the principle is like.
We'll get back to you guys in a second. I'm going to do
7.
one more
She goes
round
first
with them.
for me.
Ross and I are going to keep doing puzzles because it's fun.
I did not expect you guys to solve it that
That's
fast.
why I said you have to put it on the 8 or 9.
Yeah, they're really easy.
I didn't want to be cruel.
No, it's fine. It's a new one.
Yeah, puzzles will always.
Well,
be
once you understand the general principle, you
Well,
work your
you
way
gained
out.
access to the control panel. I'll get back to you guys in a
Okay.
second after I do this
Sure,
round.
sure.
So, Bill, you get to act first.
Let's see.
Yup.
Yeah, you
Getting
start
good at
and you
this.
try and get
Okay.
far away
Here's my
from
thought.
it.
I'm going to interject myself in the middle and curl up, and then you guys just do a Scooby Doo around.
We just kite him
keep padding
until the
around.
balloon activates.
Yeah. So I do that. Move.
Ah, yeah,
Curl.
there you go.
Okay. That's it?
That's it.
All right, next.
Him.
All right. He is going to take another swipe at Aaron. And this time,
It's fun.
he's going to try and punch you, which would effectively grab you, and then try to throw you into the honey pit.
Oh, so he tried to grapple me for that too.
Yeah.
You're fine.
What's your defense?
6.
Is that including your shield bonus?
Would my shield bonus go into my defense, or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Shield
Oh, that'll be
bonus.
7. But do ties go to defenders, or
Ties go to the attacker, actually.
okay?
Ooh.
So that means
That's
I land the punch, and depending on how much damage it does, it may toss you into the honey pit, it might not. It does not.
Okay. Would I be in the case if had it done enough damage? Would I be able to make a roll to try to brace
You'd be
myself?
able to make a reflex save to see if you could avoid.
Okay. So how much damage was that?
So it was 5, so you shield from 4 from the armor. I believe.
And 1 for my shield. So
No, your shield
No.
just embraces your
Adds to
defense.
oh, the defense. Okay, so I only take
One.
1 damage. So okay.
All right, Anne, your move.
So I'm supposed to run around? I was confused.
I guess we're trying to just distract him, so from basically like kiting him until we can get
So
that.
the balloon is glowing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
until
haven't triggered the balloon yet. You could try to talk to him, try and remind him of the good times to try and like
Yeah.
shake him out of it.
True.
Can I run and talk at the same time?
Yes, you can run and talk at the same time.
Okay, so
Where are you running?
can I only move 5 squares then?
Yeah.
I'll move back here to get behind him, and I'm gonna say, "Remember who
There's
you
no
are.
architects in this.
No, just
Don't forget, you're Winnie.
run away from the
You're
obstacle.
Robin's friend."
Arr! Arr! Honey!
You're the
Arr!
antidote.
Oh, bother!
It's a great role play there, Sean.
Is he a pirate now?
Apparently.
So, back to the ones that are at the control panel.
Yeah,
So
we solved it.
You gained access to the control panel. What are you doing with it?
You have the antidote, right?
I have the antidote, so we're going to.
So the control panel has access to both machines. You can stop the flow of the honey to the vats,
Yeah.
Right?
And you can control the pheromones.
Right, so I'm going to put the antidote into the pheromone system to release it to the bees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the antidote cures that, right? It's not. Is there a cure? Wait, I have the antidote for the honey addiction. So you have the pheromone antidote. Are there?
As long as nobody's eating the honey, we should
Yeah.
be good. So
The antidote that I have that we got from Lottie cures honey addiction. So that's what we actually need to do. To
we
get that.
need
Put into the honey.
Yeah.
Right, so we put that into the vat of
Although
honey.
it was dependent on
Wait a
blood
minute,
previously.
Yeah.
with
blood.
like the cure didn't work on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so first of all, we need to turn off the pheromones to the bees, so they are no longer attracted to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And put the counter pheromone in.
Counter pheromone.
to drive
Right.
them off. So
The goodbye pheromone.
Yeah.
you're
Go
done.
home pheromone.
Okay.
So that's what
We do that.
Can we also turn off the honey?
Okay.
So we can do all that.
Yeah.
We do all
You
that.
solved the puzzle.
Yay!
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I picked an easier puzzle than I expected.
It's okay,
That's fine.
I solved like 9 more in a row, so we're all right.
It's actually pretty fun.
Hello,
So
everybody.
Basically, I picked that puzzle because it was like connecting
no, it
pumps.
Things.
So it
Like
made
pipes.
sense.
So
it's like the
Yeah.
one in Bioshock 1. It's pretty good.
So that's what you've done. So
I will fly down. Remember? Oh yeah, I have the antidote. We should probably get that to the bear.
Well, it won't work on him though.
It will if we get a blood.
Well, no, she said she tried to use it on him and it
Yeah,
didn't
Lottie
work.
said it didn't work.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It might be a stopgap.
you might want to hold on to that just in case.
All right.
In case we.
Somebody goes into the
Never
house.
mind.
You shut down the honey, but you didn't empty the vats.
Okay.
How do we have
Okay. You don't.
Okay. So we can't. Well, that's all. Is that? Can we also empty the vats this turn, or is that next turn?
That'll be a next turn
Okay.
thing if you can.
All right.
But I'm going to role play Melissa. So
Yeah.
how exactly are you inserting the pheromones antidote?
I get out my antidote,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming that there is some kind of system here, and I
Input
can
port.
insert it into the release this place.
Okay.
So I insert the cartridge.
Put fuel additive here.
Yes. I dump it in, and I hit the button that says open and release.
Okay, so all of a sudden, all of the purple gas that's spewing to the roof turns green instead.
I like green.
It's Christmas.
And the bees that were coming in to deposit the honey in the honey receptacle have suddenly gone like, what? What the hell? Where
Imagining the
are
bar-
we?
Can we use the bees to attack Winnie?
No, not the bees.
So,
Help us!
a group of,
Bees?
like, most of the hundreds of bees
This one gave
wander.
a damn honey back.
Most of the hundreds of bees wander away. But a group of however many this is, let's just say, what?
That many?
10?
bees.
yeah.
10 bees are still dazed and confused in the middle of the room, going, all right, all right, all right. What's up next? So,
Yeah.
back to the combat.
Yep. So I guess that didn't work. So I will unroll an axe.
Okay, you do an axe.
Mm-hmm. Where
D12.
did my d12 go?
I don't know. Good.
Oh, it's out there.
How did it get there?
How bizarre.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's a crit.
So, what did you
get? 10.
get? Okay.
Or crit's just double.
Yep.
Alright. 8 plus 5, 13.
Okay. He's like, ow.
Yeah.
So now whose turn?
His.
He's going to decide to take a swipe at Bill now.
Weird.
You just attacked him.
So, where's Bill? He's going to punch you
Okay.
to try and grapple you to throw you in the pit.
Yep.
And if he does grapple you, you can make a reflex check.
Okay.
What's your defense?
It is 5.
He is at 8 on his roll, so he does get you. He does manage to grapple you,
At 2 damage.
so that's 6 damage minus your armor.
So 4 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it any harder for him to toss me around given that I'm big?
No, because he's huge.
Okay. But like relative to standard is all it was.
Inch man.
I could
So-
play that game now on your
You can make a reflex check.
Did you
I just
download?
found
No,
it.
I need to get to. I don't have Wi-Fi. So
You managed to break free
Yay.
I did
just
find
in
it.
time before you go into the pit.
Okay.
You manage to catch yourself on the edge of the honey pit. So you do sort of like one of these, whoa!
Yep.
Don't worry, we've
And
got
then
the
back
antidote,
up.
everyone.
There's no safety rails. Oh man, I was just gonna have a field day with this.
Yep, pretty much.
What?
Next.
There should be safety rails.
There should be safety.
yeah.
Just like the Death Star.
And
Well, yeah, they should have
I
had
would
it
like to talk to the
too.
bees.
It was clearly unsafe.
Bees, dear sirs,
Oh, it's meant to start.
you've
This-
been
this-
brought here and
This?
experiment on essentially to create honey for that awful bear there. We need to stop him. He's making addictive honey. He's abusing you.
Abuse?
Okay, roll a d6.
You said they were sentient bees.
I know, I'm gonna make it odds or even whether they decide to go after the bear.
It's a 3.
They go after the bear.
Yay.
So
Bees! And I point.
he takes 10
Power
damage.
activate.
And it's not direct.
One for each sting, and 10 Appians fall dead with their stingers falling out.
Oh yeah. they did.
Honeybees.
Yeah.
Yep.
Aw, I'm sorry,
That's
bees.
not the bear.
I forgot.
That's not the bear. Oh, sorry.
You're
it's
an
the-
ecologist. You should have known.
Now the bear starts to swell, so he's effectively
Is he
poisoned.
allergic to bees?
Yeah.
He's effectively poisoned,
Oh no. What
and so now he's going to be at a negative, we'll say 3
Neat.
for all of his attacks.
Awesome.
Balloon time.
This
Anytime.
is the glue.
Whose turn is it?
Mine.
It's
Not yet. The balloon is not glowing.
Damn it,
Not
balloon.
time to boob.
Hopefully, maybe.
I wrote it down when the balloon's supposed to glow, so just in case anybody wants to check me on it later.
Okay, it's
But
fine.
go ahead and
Do you have any?
do what you're going to do.
Okay. Can't remember what.
Is he disoriented now, or
He's swatting at bees that now are dead.
We've all been there.
So what are you going to do?
well, at risk of my part of my harmony, though?
Maybe
he is
non-lethally attack.
he's providing a threat, so
No.
He's a dyer. It's not going to hurt you too much.
we'll
Unless
Yes.
I kill him.
Kill. with
unless I kill him, and then that's
And
a
that's
problem.
still only a negative 6 because he's a
Yes.
dyer.
He's a dyer, and the Brightwoods need to make sure he goes. So
Yes, kill
smite.
The poo. The
All
poo
right,
must die.
roll a d12.
All right, make sure.
Yes, sir.
So,
Iron Sword will crit at 10.
and I have a +1 on my roll.
Oh man, you have honor. Damn.
Yep. Nope, 5.
Nope, that totes misses.
So,
So, swing and miss.
and did that cost MP to do?
Why would that cost MP?
For smite, I didn't know if that was.
Smite is not at a level 1, is it? No, you do have smite.
Yeah, I do have
Yeah,
smite.
he does have smite.
All right.
So you can spend. Oh, it's only spending the MP to increase the damage. So no. Okay.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't think so. But
Okay. I wanted to make sure I did it
And
correctly.
now the balloon starts to glow.
Next turn, I guess.
Next round,
Yeah.
back to the
Pass it
bat.
off to me. I asked
control
before
room.
him.
What do you guys do?
If you want to
we're
grab it out
gonna
of
we're
my
gonna
hand,
empty out the
so
we're gonna
you can
drain the
try.
honey out.
Yep, draining.
Okay, so is this thing still on?
Oh, what did you mean?
Is that
No
another?
problem.
It's another puzzle to figure out how to order it to. Okay, go back to the menu.
What level
Okay.
Am
are
I
you?
not doing it?
No.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
do you want an 8x8?
Yeah, an 8x8.
All right. Here we go, Ross.
So you want to do 6 by
So you guys have to now figure out the controls enough to drain the vats.
That seems obvious.
No concerns about where it's going to go.
Yeah.
But so you guys are doing that while they're solving the puzzle. Back to combat.
All right.
Who has the balloon? It's
Aaron
glowing.
does.
I have.
I have 4 move. 1, 2, 3.
That's
Yeah,
not
last
Aaron.
one.
I'm right with
Oh.
you. Yeah, I'm right
Wow.
with you.
So still 1, 2,
of War.
3, boop.
There's
Okay,
lots of
you
X.
bop the balloon on his nose.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Uh,
the balloon bursts. It turns into a robin. The robin turns into
A robin?
the Titan.
Oh yeah.
The Titan looks at the bear and says,
silly old bear.
"Silly old bear." Exactly. Winchester starts to cry.
Yeah.
Breaks down. I'm sorry. I thought you were gone. It was too dramatic. I just delved into the honey. It wasn't worth anything anymore. And then I wanted revenge on the rest of the world because everyone was so happy that the Titans were gone but me. So But now you're back. So it's all good. And so he suddenly shrinks down to a much smaller bear. You have healed a Titan, so you are all now at max harmony. And your max harmony is increased to 20.
Heal the dire, maybe?
You healed the dire, yeah.
Not Titan.
Yeah.
Terminology.
And
Titans,
so,
remember me.
you
Remember the
guys,
Titans. Yes.
you drained the vats, correct?
Yeah.
You solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
So, the vats start to spin in a clockwise motion.
Yeah.
They're draining, God knows where.
It's not our problem.
But the vats are empty,
Yeah.
and you solved the problem.
Yay.
Everything's good. You go back to the town, you're
Yeah.
worshipped as heroes.
Give your tail back.
Yes.
They give you a statue. It shows all of you in combat with a giant bear. They've exaggerated the story a little bit.
As they want to do. We give Eora's tail back.
And
Oh,
you
I
give
give my
yours.
notes to the owl. I took extensive notes on the balloon.
You give notes to the owl?
No, he's dire. We already gave him Venom.
Wait, I thought we
Does Robin visit all of his
We
other
don't
friends
fulfill
and
Except for Stalker, who has disappeared into the woods.
He's
You
gone
don't
all
know where.
Rambo on us.
Yeah.
They drew first blood. They drew first blood.
And somebody goes back and gives Flibbity Pidge an honorary burial.
oh,
Yeah.
So,
Flibbity.
farewell, Poet Piglet. We gave thee not so well.
Was he the one you just didn't like? He's like, no, he's got to go.
did
I
Rue?
just wanted some trauma.
Did Rue? Oh, yeah, got it there.
Okay,
Did
fair
Rue
enough.
make it out?
We don't know.
Okay.
Ooh. We're doing the Hunger Games sign again.
But Kanga's dead. Piglet's dead. Tigger is now a serial killer. Enjoy your childhood memories.
You're ready to write a Hollywood reboot of Winnie the Pooh now.
Yep.
Like Michael Bay's. Exactly. So, yes, that was quite entertaining.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
that's
thoughts, comments, suggestions?
Karen does feel like some of the rules haven't been super.
Yeah, I think the system.
To be fair, there's a whole drama about the Kickstarter. Like, the guy who did the Kickstarter for this game, basically spent all the money, someone else bought it out, and it's a miracle the game came out at all.
the artwork is gorgeous,
Yeah.
and
It is.
some of the concepts are cool, but I do feel like
A lack
the
of
other
play
hand-
testing.
I feel
Yeah,
the Harmony
it needs-
rules are too harsh. Like, they swing too wildly one
it
way or
needs
the
a
other.
heavy dose of Cthulhu teaching it how to do stability right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So-
incremental.
Yeah.
Because it's way too critical.
Losing a third of your maximum harmony for casting one level 1 spell.
I mean,
Right.
it does
Or for
make it easy to regain it, but it's way too harsh on lower level players, and
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody's going to run this to higher levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it's like one step above a roll dexterity or fall down for walking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right. It feels
I
too
thought the
harsh,
system
so.
was kind of fun as a concept.
Yeah.
Running it, I think it needs a lot more playtesting.
Yeah.
And it is way too vague and puts way too much on the GM for determining how things shake down, which can be
yeah.
really frustrating for players, and it's also frustrating for the GM
Yeah.
because we would like
I
a
think
little
there's an
bit more
adventure in
guidance.
the book.
What to do.
Well, and there's issues of scale.
There is issues of scale.
Like,
Ba-dum-tsh.
And what's
But I-
considered, inappropriate because it's too tight-me, and we're walking around on two legs, and we're wearing clothes. and,
yeah.
Basically, they start to sound
Right, sugar.
no, they start to sound like Cratchit's Grags with the harmony stuff. Everything makes you non-dwarfish, so it's just like you can't win.
Hooray, no true
But on the
Scotsman
other hand,
arguments.
I really like the idea of gaining harmony for being, harmonious. Like,
Yeah, I like the idea of-
helping
No, I
people
do.
being
Yeah, the
fit.
idea that you're being rewarded for not being a murder hobo is actually
Right.
really nice.
And I really like
the
that
rules
concept.
of a drinking.
that was
And I do
really
like the
fun.
profession system
Yeah.
in the sense that you get two little things to make a sort of more well-rounded character.
So I think
Yeah.
it has a lot of
potential.
potential,
Yeah.
but
It
it
needs
still
some-
needs some more work.
Yeah.
So
And I don't know if this will ever get more
Scott
work.
Fantasy Heartbreaker.
It doesn't really qualify as a heartbreaker because I think it has an original enough of a setting and a concept.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It is a very focused game.
So you're saying it's a mouse guard heartbreaker?
It's okay, all right, fine, if you want to go that way. But I think I don't know. I will probably. I mean, I definitely want to have a game where Caleb tries this out, like the whole dinner.
Well, and you and Caleb might be better at tweaking the rules now that you've played one.
Yeah, no, definitely playing is part of it, and like house ruling some of this shit.
Yeah, because I think it needs some hefty house rules.
Yeah,
to make it a little bit more.
Yeah. But anyways, it's certainly a fun.
Okay. Yeah, I thought.
I'll never think of Winnie the Pooh the same way.
Not really.
All right, and at that, we'll talk to you guys next time.
Here we go.